What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to see you guys. Appreciate y'all. Let me just fix this. There we go. So unfortunately, had to delay the show a little bit this morning, and you guys know what's going on. And yes, Ice was here at the house. Really? No, Ice was not here at the house. Yeah, I know Ice is everywhere. Got everybody paranoid, all up and down. I hear that they're Jamaica Avenue, all types of places. They're everywhere. Brooklyn, upstate, they're everywhere, man. They making their rounds. Got people in the chokehold right now. It's sad. It's a shame because there is a lot of stuff going on. But unfortunately, you know what I mean? Listen, it kind of goes back to life, right? You do a little too much, in a little too inclusive without enough rules and regulations, then you let the wrong element in, and the wrong element makes it worse for everybody, and then it's bad. Because there's a lot of good people out there that are undocumented that have been here and been good citizens and trying to kind of get by. And unfortunately, the ones that are undocumented, that are not caring about other people, that are just here to wreak havoc, they're messing it up for everybody. So what are you gonna do? Anyway, so let me take a look at the weather as you guys continue to funnel in. All right, so currently we got cloudy skies, mostly cloudy, but looks like the sun is going to come out. It's currently 35 degrees in the New York area, in my area at least, going up to a high of 38. And yeah, next couple days we're going to get it's going to warm up a little bit, but not right now. Tomorrow it's going to be 36, then Monday a high of 49. Then 46 for Tuesday, then 38, and then 47 on Thursday, and then 52 on Friday. We'll take it, whatever it is. All right. See what's going on in the chat. All right. Shout out to Walter Blackman in the building. What up, Walter? Good to see you. He says good morning to my Knicks family. And Ron, I hope all is well with you. With your families. Our team is playing better, and Tibbs is trusting his bench. Yeah, agreed. It's nice to see. It is nice to see. Krim's dad is in the building. What up, Krims? Or Krim's dad. He says, good morning, Walt. Shout out to Walter Blackman. LA without AD, maybe too soon, but Knicks will torch LA. Well, listen, man. One thing about the Lakers, when we play the Lakers, it's never that easy. You know what I mean? We've had like a lot of good battles with them. Even when we've had an advantage, they still kept it close, even if we won. And then we've lost close to them. So I'm not gonna go too crazy. LA is a hot team. They're 7-3 in their last 10. And they have a way of winning games. So let's take it easy. But I hear you though. We should be able to beat them with AD or without AD, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. Shout out to JJ in the building. What up, JJ? Says happy Saturday, Ron. Hope all is well, bro. No water bottle flip game from LeBron tonight. Knicks by 15. No AD. Cat should have a big game. I'm hoping he sits out all All-Star game though. Rest that injury. All right. See here, Lena Franklin is in the building. Let's go, Lena. Good morning, Knicks family. Wish the Knicks luck for tonight's game. Yes, of course. Andios is in the building. Shout out to Andios. He says, Knicks Nation, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Sit back and enjoy the show. Thank you. Excuse me, as always, Andios. And please, everyone, support Andios on social media, specifically Instagram. Show him some love. Go give him a follow. David Smith is in the building. Shout out to you, David. Oh, and also my fault. I forgot to mention it before. Thank you to Crim's dad for being a member of the SKF Army. Salute to you. David says, salute to Ron in the chat. As I said, Knicks did not need Randall, Mitch, or Dante. And that with Cat, they are now title contenders. Tibbs and Brunson just have to continue to run offense properly. Okay. All right. Although, I mean, over this win streak of games, Cat has been good, but he hasn't been exceptional. He hasn't been as good as he's been prior to. So, I just want to point that out, that the team has been playing really good as a unit. Everybody. No knock on Cat. I'm just saying. Ball movement and unselfish play, key to Knicks' success. Knicks 19-1 this year when the Knicks have at least 30 assists per game. Yep. Also, use of our bench to give starters more rest, so not gassed in the fourth. Agreed. I don't have my morning cup of Joe or Joanne today. I'm drinking some chai tea, chaiwala, some chai tea with a little creamer, decaffeinated. Shout out to NYC B-Ball 08. What's good, my brother? So peace, Ron, in the chat. Ivory 10 is in the building. Salute, Ivory. What's going on? Wonder Woman is here. Salute, Wonder Woman. Let's go. Says hi, Ron and the SKF family. Hoping everyone is doing well. And looking forward to tonight's Knicks win. Yep. Agreed. Kerry Cox is in the building. What up, Kerry? Salute. Peace to you. Jay Chosen is here. Salute, Jay. What up, brother? Said blessings to all. I pray you all are well this morning. Yep. Thank you, bro. Please smash that like button for the show if you haven't already done so. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed. Shout out to my guy Corey Lee in the building. What up, Corey? Said peace and salute. Let's keep up the momentum. Big game. Let's send the queen home crying. Shout out to you, Corey. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. Jay Chosen says, we need Mitch, but seriously, an uninjured, fully healthy Mitch. If not, time to trade. Sorry, I'm just breezing through. Oh, and also thank you to Corey Lee for being a member of the SKF Army. Knicks will be 2025, 2026 champs. We had an ICE agent snatch up my coworker on Thursday. Oh, wow. Man, that stinks. The boss snitched on him. Wow. It's horrible. It's crazy. Wild times, man. It's crazy. Thanks for being a member of the SKF Army as well, my brother. Damn, that sucks. Uh Prezi the boss is in the building. What up, Prezi? Says salute to Ron and the SKF Army. Appreciate you. Yes, Hulk, smash that like button. Let's run those subs up to 4K, people. Appreciate you, Prezi. Thank you, man. M. Gene is in the building. What up, M. Gene? Appreciate you. King Ribby is here. Salute King Ribby. So salute, like, subscribe, share, by the way. Ron, what's in your mug? Yeah, just some chai tea, brother. And got to drink my water. D block, D block, D block, D block in the building. Let's go. So salute to my brother Ron and the Knicks community. Let's put our best foot forward and to continue on this win streak. Let's go Knicks. With you, brother. Shout out to my brother Noe. What up, Noe? Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. And also shout out to people on Facebook. My guy David Ortega. What up? Bing, bing. Also shout out to Lena Franklin once again. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Shout out to everybody tuned in on YouTube and on X. We got 108 people locked in right now. Appreciate everybody. Mets, Knicks fans, let's go in the building. Appreciate you. As long as there's no snow, I fell and fractured 3. Oh, wow. Damn. What's going on? Hope you feel better, man. Damn, that's horrible. Nostalgic Nick, the Minute Police is in the building. Salute to you. Said blessings, SKF. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Ed Winning is in the building. Salute. Thank you for being here. Stacks Different Timing is in the building. What up, Stacks? You're Ron. What up? And thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. What is happening? No water in LA. Jeez. Man, we are really going through it right now as a people, bro. With all this stuff happening, the LA issues, now no water. Then the plane crashes into a helicopter. Another plane, small plane crash, I guess, happened yesterday in Philadelphia. What the hell is happening? Oh, man. Jay says, good morning, Ron. Blessings. What you just said about the bad apples hurt the good ones is 100% facts. Our job is to be shining examples of peace, unity, and goodness. I hear you. Facts. Sha Powers is in the building. Salute to you, Sha. Says salute, salute, salute. Please show Sha and my guy Divine some love, man. Knicks Real Talk. Definitely subscribe and like their content on YouTube if you haven't already. Shout out to Double D in the building. I need more help and is coming to town. Appreciate you, Double D. Shout out to my guy. Hey, the Sam Grandy man can. Sam Grandison in the building says salute, blessings to all. What up, Sam? Good to see you, bro. What's going on with this? There we go. Soulfinger 12 in the building. Salute, Ron and the chat. What up, Soulfinger? Good to see you. All right. Darren Wilkerson is here. Said positivity today, please. Plus, the guys needs to wake up. Cat is not sitting out the All-Star game. Yeah, probably not. Mr. B kind of in the building. Salute. Love chai tea. Yeah, it's good. All right. So guess now is a good time as any. Shout out to Kareem Grant in the building. Salute everyone. To my bro Ron, good Saturday to you. Oh, let me just get to these super chats. I'll come right back. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. Darlene Bryan is in the building. What up, Darlene? Let's go. Good to see you. My brother Double A is in the building. What up, Double A? Good to see you. Say ha. Let's go. Salute Ron in the chat. What is going on with this mouse? Jeez. Robert Bruce is in the building. Salute, Still Knick fans. Salute to everyone in the chat. Yep. Salute to you. Sweetie's in the building. Shout out to Sweetie. Thank you for being here, Sweetie. I don't know. Maybe it's my first time seeing you here, but if not, thanks for coming back. If it is your first time, welcome aboard. Nick Jr. 79 is here. Blessings and salute to Ron in the chat. I think we need to stand pat with what we have. Mitch has shown to be a valuable player when healthy. Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me. Shout out to Krim's dad for re-upping his membership sponsorship. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you. Shout out to Jimmy Henry, a member of the SKF Army. Salute, Jimmy. Robert Woodard is here. Let's go. What up, Robert? What up, Tay in the building? Yeah, Kevin McCullough Jr. played his first G League game the other day. Yeah, but most likely we're still not going to see Kevin McCullough Jr. until next year. He's got a lot of conditioning and stuff to go through, and they need to make sure that that knee is going to hold up. Can't put him out there with the way Tibbs likes to play guys if he's not 100%. Shout out to Nino Black in the building. Says, I'm nervous about tonight like it's a playoff game. That's good, though. That's good. That's what we want, man, because hopefully the players will feel the same way, and it has that level of intensity, man. These are big wins. I mean, big games, should I say, and big wins at that if we win them. All right. Shout out to Juan Rivera in the building. What up, Juan? Menace Police curbing in. I'm right again. I need my own channel. Infamous New King is in the building. What's good, Ron? Knicks family. Hey, our squad is a problem. Yes. Travel Vibes is in the building. What up? Salute, Ron. SKF. Peace to the chat. Justo11 is in the building. What up, Justo? Good to see you. Says salute, guys. Cully's in the building. What up, Cully? Kevin McCullough has an AJ Griffin type game. Yeah, but hopefully it's more sustainable than AJ Griffin, though. All right, I think I got to everybody. Now let me get to these super chats. Listen, if there's anybody out, shout out to JM3. What's good, my guy? Salute, appreciate you. Yeah, I think I got to everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize. It's not for lack of trying, you know what I mean? But let me get to these super chats and stuff and go from here. Let me put the link out there right now. I know, guys, you're like, man, Ron came a little late. He's not doing his usual spiel. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Copy. Put that link out there. Okay. Shout out to Annie K in the building. What up, Annie? Let's go. Says happy Saturday all. This team is so fun and good when the coach uses the bench. Like Cam, Payne, Precious, Shamit, Deuce, and Kolick. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, when they all play for one another and you know, they do what they got to do, it definitely is it's good to watch. And hopefully Tibbs continues to realize what he's got in front of him, how guys are playing fresher. Look at how much better guys, like you know, everybody wants to be right. It's just the bottom line. It is what it is, man. Give guys some rest. You got guys playing 40 plus minutes and you want them to go through a wall for you and they're willing to do it, but eventually their body's going to break down and they can't execute the way they normally would. It's affecting their defense, affecting their shooting. You start giving them some rest, and then all the people that are complaining, oh, we gave up all these picks for Macau. Is he really worth it? Oh, OG needs to be traded because he ain't the answer. All of a sudden, they start getting rest. Look at how great Macau's playing consistently better. Look at OG. All of a sudden, he's found his shot. His touch is back. You know what I mean? Give him a little rest, and look what happens. We got to be patient, guys. And we also got to use our common sense and understand that people are human. People go through things. People have to execute, but you got to give them some grace. Get them some grace. Tibbs got to understand that too. All right. So, all right. I said I wanted to get to these super chats. I apologize, guys. Shout out to my guy, Marlon Khan in the building. What up, Marlon? He said we need to trade Fat Mitch for a second round pick. I think he lost some weight, Marlon. I don't know, man. But, you know, he just looks big. I don't know. He said he will return, play 5 games, and be hurt again. He has no work ethic. Well, I don't know. I think he works hard, but if his body is just, it's brittle, it is what it is. It's hard to escape it, man. You know what I mean? He's going to go down when he goes. It is what it is. Tough. All right. So, guys, give me 1 second. I see you back there, Double A. I'll be right with you. Let me just hit my little commercial thing, my little interlude. I gotta go get my vitamins. I haven't taken my vitamins yet today. And yeah, and I'll be right back. Oh, my fault, guys. I just they not like you ain't ready. You just ain't ready. That's all it. Look, I'm not gonna judge you because you can't do it. It's fine. Not everybody can. Just be there to support, man. Stop the hate. Congratulate. What we doing? They're not like us. They're not like us. We are the Knicks. We are the Knicks. Oh, my bad. Okay. I never know when you guys are there. You guys always catch me off guard when I'm in my own element. Oh, my fault, guys. I just. They not like, you ain't ready. You just ain't ready. That's all it. Look, I'm not going to judge you because you can't do it. It's fine. Not everybody can. Just be there to support, man. Stop the hate. Congratulate. What you doing? They're not like us. They're not like us. We are the Knicks. We are the Knicks. Oh, my bad. All right, everybody. Chewing these gummies. You know how it is. Okay. You know what? Let me just get this out the way before I even read the super chats. You know what I mean? Or water. Sometimes when you like, I don't know what's better. I don't know how y'all feel. Sometimes I don't mind eating a gummy as a vitamin. Sometimes it's a little annoying. Be chewing these things. I'm like, oh, I just want this to be over with. Sometimes just give me a pill, unless it's a huge pill. I just took a huge one multi-day. Those are the worst, but man, if I can avoid these gummies, kind of getting sick of gummies. All right. So this is what's been going on, folks. This is day 6. For whatever reason, I've just been going through some stuff lately. Last couple days, I don't know what happened. You know, life happens. It happens to a lot of different people at different times in life. Unfortunately, this happened to me years ago, maybe 8-9 years ago, and it's happened again now. You know, we have to try to take care of ourselves, take care of our bodies. Because of my work life and what I normally do, sometimes you get poor habits. 1 second. You guys know how I get congested. I don't know what it is, man. Oh, no, I know what it is. So let me point back to this whole thing before I continue. You know how I always get congested every time I'm drinking coffee or I'm drinking iced coffee? I'm drinking the tea right now. I've drank tea before the show or drink it during the show. No problems. But I'm drinking tea with creamer. So I'm getting the feeling that it has something to do with this creamer because the creamer is getting me congested when I'm trying to talk. And this is really weird. I don't know why, but whatever. All right. So back to what I was saying. Anyway, so I've been dealing with insomnia. And so this is day 6. You know, just been struggling to sleep, man. Getting 1 hour, getting no hours, getting 1 hour, getting no hours, getting 2 hours, getting no hours, you know. So this has been 6 days of this. And you know, was it yesterday? Not yes. Yeah, the day before yesterday. I think I got about 4 hours. One here, then I went, you know, woke up, then another hour, then I woke up, then 2 hours. And then last night I thought I was going in the right direction. Now I couldn't sleep again. And I'm knocking out. I'm trying to knock out early, guys. Like I'm in bed by, you know, 2 days ago I was in bed by 10. Last night I was in bed by 11 and up till 5 in the morning. Still can't go to sleep, doing everything, drinking teas, listening to, you know, noises, sleep noises, listening to yoga, all types of stuff, man. So anyway, bottom line is I am a little out of it. You know what I mean? I'm just that's it. I'm just tired and just trying to get through life. Hopefully this stuff goes away sooner than later. But that's why I had to delay the show, because I couldn't go to sleep until 5 or so, maybe I think 6. I fell asleep finally, and then I woke up at 9 to take a pill, and then I tried to go back to sleep till 11, which my family tells me I did go to sleep for a little bit, and I woke up at 11. So that's why I had to delay everything, guys. Sorry about everything. I apologize. But I figured I'd rather try to do the show when I can do the show than just postpone it and cancel it. So that's why I'm here. Yeah. And I'm feeling progressively better as the show is going on. To start the show, as you could see me getting through the chat, my breathing was a little bit more labored. I'm trying to just, relax because just being tired and having like anxiety and stuff. I'm on some medication that they gave me to deal with this for now while I get through this, and hopefully everything turns out good on the the other end, but sooner than later because I'm tired of this. All right, now you guys know what's going on. Appreciate you all. Let me get to these super chats, and then I'll bring Double A up, and I'll put the link in the chat once again for anybody who might have missed it if they want. All right. So where was I? Here we go. Shout out to Corey Lee. Thank you for the generous super chat. Says, Ron, I'm drinking a Corona. Thank you, my brother. You enjoy that Corona, bro. Enjoy it. You deserve it. Sam Grandison, man. Thank you for the generous super chat. He says, salute. It's been a minute. Peace and blessings. Same to you, my brother. Once again, shout out to my guy, Crim's dad. Member for 4 months. Appreciate you, my guy. He said, check on Dios NYK. I think he snuck in and invited. I love how you guys have this banter between the two of you. Both two people that I really enjoy as a part of this community. Thanks for always supporting, man. Shout out to Walter Blackman. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for the generous super chat. Good to see you as always, in the chat. Shout out to Mets, Knicks fans. Let's go with the super sticker. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Like I said, once again, man, I hope you're okay. That sucks. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Oh my, that's a bad feeling, bro. But I hope you're on the mend and you're healing properly, because nobody wants to be falling and cracking ribs and stuff. Oh boy, it's tough. Shout out to NYC B-Ball 08. Thank you for the generous super chat, my guy. Don't want to hear no trade Mitch blasphemy today. Okay. He wants the positivity. Shout out to Justo11. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, February 23rd, a measuring stick game for us versus Boston, in my opinion. And I'd like if we got Brandon Boston Jr. or Tumani Kamara, young and high upside on the cheap. Yeah, both those guys. I would say that they are that way. So, we'll see. Those are not bad. If the Knicks can do that, listen, if the Knicks can get either one of those guys, or who do we say? Green, was it Jermichael Green? Whatever his name is, I forget now. For like somebody like Jericho Sims, straight up, or with like a second round pick, I'd do it. But we'll see. All right. Shout out to L Darren in the building, a member of the SKF Army. What up, L? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's go, L. Pew, 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 pew. Shout out to you, L. Shout out to Edward Walker in the building. Appreciate you, Edward. Good to see you. Shout out to D Coolest 718. Bronny score 55 points versus Knicks. Never. What up, D Coolest? All right. Okay, let me bring some of my people in here. Captain Booty Man. That's an interesting name. Shout out to you, workout. Anna Grill is in the building. What up, Anna Grill? Good to see you. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Like, I don't wish sickness or anything on anybody. Everybody goes through their own stuff, bouts with life, but Not being able to sleep sucks. Let me tell you. It's not good. Shout out to Randu in the building. What up, Randu? Appreciate you. And it's one thing if you don't have to, if you can't sleep and you could just chill. Like if you don't have, you got money, you live in life. But if you can't sleep and you got to work, got to be looking at spreadsheets and numbers and sucks. Oh, okay. He said, thank you, Ron. Appreciate it, buddy. It's 2 weeks now since it happened, man. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Like I said, man, taking it. I hope you, you're on painkillers and I hope your body is healing quickly, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'll super chat. I'll star this Stacks. I'll get back to it. Okay. Another thing, this medication got me with dry mouth, man. Not good. All right, let me bring everybody in. Whew. Change this up.
What's good, Ronnie?
What's up, Double?
Sam? Shy? Oh, man, got the all-star team.
What's going on, fellas? Salute, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey, Ron, we're kindred spirits, bro. I go through the same drama, man.
Yeah.
But luckily, I'm retired, semi-retired, so it doesn't affect me that much. I just chill during the day. But man, it's a bugger, man. People don't understand how taxating that is, man. To be there with your eyes wide open and you look over and your lady's like,
Yeah, you're right.
all in it. And I'm like, man, give me some of those.
Crazy, man. It's the worst.
Give me a couple of those.
I'm hearing everybody.
Man, I suffer. But you got to try something that's called Calm. It's by Vitality. I'll text you something later if you want. I can text you the exact product, but it's called Calm. What it is, it's a natural magnesium product because magnesium helps relax you and unwind you. Because you must have a lot of stress going on. You know what I mean?
Possibly.
A lot of stuff on your mind, and that's what happens. Your mind becomes occupied, and it just doesn't relax and rest and let you go. But I've been suffering for years for that, man. The good thing about it, you got to steal your moments. I still wake up 5 in the morning. I'm in the gym working out and stuff, so I don't let it, hit me that way. But it's rough, man. So I'm with you.
No, I mean, yeah.
Listen, but don't let no prescription drugs, man, because what happens is you become dependent on it. Even when you get better, your body's going to say, okay, now I got this going. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends on what kind of prescription drugs, but yes, for the most part, yes.
Well, I will say, unfortunately for me, I have to go that level of that route for now, but I don't plan on sticking with it. I've been through that route before because.
But is it helping? It seems like it ain't helping though.
It's helping more than it's not, because the other thing that I was dealing with, I don't know about, I don't want to belabor the show, but the bottom line is for me, I'm also dealing with anxiety, right? And so the anxiety, if it's hard to it's one thing to be not being able to sleep. It's another thing to be having anxiety on top of it. So if you can't control,
that causes that. That causes that. That causes that.
I was
if you're on a benzo or something, because normally what they do for that, they give you a benzodiazepine or something, some Xanax or whatever.
And that's what you got to be careful with. Those right there are the careful things. But I deal with that too. I don't envy where you're at. There are certain things. Let's say if your blood sugar or your blood pressure is whatever, you might take the medication for a little while to get it right. But then you got to have a right diet, exercise, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to take the medication. But there are different things in life that people don't realize. And, I'm a drug and alcohol counselor. So it's funny that I told one of the guys that I do it online now. I'm a coach. Like it's called. People have life coaches. I'm an addiction coach, right? So, I was telling the guy, man, I'm tired, man. You know, I got pain in my spine. I had cancer in my spine in 2020, right after COVID. COVID hit me. I had it for like 2 months, and then I found out I had cancer for 2 years. I beat it, but couldn't sleep. Every time I move, pain happened. I can't sleep. I couldn't sleep. So I'm telling this client of mine, I'm sorry, I'm a little groggy today. I can't sleep. He's like, well, have some heroin. You can right now. I laughed till my back hurt because it wasn't funny, but like I'm trying to help him quit his thing. He's like, well, if you took that, you go right to bed. And,
I bet.
Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I wanted to, I appreciate everybody. I just don't want to, like, I know people ain't tuned in to hear me talk about my insomnia. So
yeah, but you family, bro. So
I would talk this whole 6 hours about what can make you feel better and get you back into the right.
Exactly.
Because watching you coming on to that, it's starting to get a little. You're kicking up a little bit, but I've seen a little bit of setback in you. Usually you're more, but I've seen a little bit. So if we want to talk 6 hours about you, Ron, you are worth it.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But I'm
giving you 2 hours. Sorry, I'm giving you 2 hours.
I mean, listen. I'll be lucky if I make it all the way to 2, man. Be honest with you. I'm gonna take it easy and listen. When it's time for me to go, you might get one of them Uncle Freezy. I gotta go, people. Uncle Freezy be out. So listen, I'm a do what I can do, and we'll get through it. But I will definitely send me that AA. I'm gonna look into that. I am taking a vitamin. I am taking magnesium, but I think the dose is just not enough. I might need a little bit more to help myself because I'm a big guy, and the 200 milligrams ain't a lot. So
that's my issue. I'm a big dude. I'm 260 plus. So when they need to give me double what they give whoever they're giving it to.
Right.
I get
so
that.
We'll get through it, man. I just want to other people are different. You might watch other content creators, especially successful ones. I'm not saying I'm successful, but I'm saying successful ones, they probably don't get into their personal business like that. They just do what they got to do. I'm different here. This ain't reality TV. I'm not like a regular YouTuber, but I feel like there's a little bit of connection. And when stuff's going on, I like you guys to know about it. If we talk to each other twice a week, every week, for all this time, we spend so much time together. You should know if something's going on like that. That's affecting me. So I just want y'all to know. But
you never know where the help comes from. Everybody had a good idea. I mean, I was a chef for a long time, and my motto was even a dishwasher can have a good idea. There's no such thing. You know what I mean?
Good point. Yeah,
that congestion could be dairy issues.
Exactly.
Oh well, yeah.
I was going to say
there's certain ones where people are completely allergic to it, and then we'll stop right here on with all the medical. But there's certain people that are completely lactose intolerant, and there's certain people that can tolerate certain things. Maybe your thing is cream, or whatever it might be. Could be that's what it is. So
anyway, it could not be a point where you choke. You know what I mean? But then it like Jay says, there are limits. You know what I mean? You could have side effects from it, like it could be congestion. It can be itching. There's certain things,
No cream, no heroin, all right?
No heroin.
Anyway, thank you guys.
Yeah.
So listen, I don't know how you guys feel. I've been feeling really excited about what we've witnessed lately with these Knicks. As people have said, I mean, it's a common thing, right? The 9-game win streak was impressive, but this seems to be more impressive because of the level of opponent. And it's just nice to see how they're playing, man. They're playing together. They're believing in one another. The defense has kicked off. And what I like about it is you're watching them like make moves on the fly. Like it's not like they just go out there and they're blowing out these teams and everything is clicking. No, they're playing like a team like Denver, for example. Denver stood right there with them and even took the lead back and the Knicks had to get back. Like they had to, get gritty and get back into that mindset. Okay, we took their shot. We got to get back into it. And I like that. Honestly, if I'm just being honest, I don't know how you guys see it, but this Denver game was the first game that I saw this year that reminded me of last year's Knicks. I started to feel, this is the heart team. They coming back. They're not, no matter what Denver's doing, and I feel like they have a chance to win this game, and they just kept coming back and coming back. And I brought it up earlier, which I said, like I said, it's not a knock to Cat. Cat hasn't had the best stretch of games. He's still been working on getting his shot back together. That thumb has definitely affected his long range shot.
Right.
But he's been doing things, like he's still rebounding. He's still finding other ways to score. He's been assisting. So he's still been a valuable piece. I'm just saying, like, without the scoring aspect, like high numbers in scoring, other guys have had to step up. And this has been a great time and opportunity to see Macau be a little bit more consistent, going forward. But to see OG has been listen, guys, we can say what we want to say. It's nice to see Deuce scoring a little bit more, getting a little bit more active on defense finally. So that's how I know maybe Deuce wasn't all the way healthy. He was still kind of getting back, because now you can see he's active on both ends. He's getting steals. Remember, I talked about Deuce is a klepto. He wasn't getting steals. I'm like, something's not right. Deuce is getting steals. His shot is
chasing people down. Yep.
Right. His shot is starting to come back. But OG has been the difference maker. It may seem like nothing, but just look at the amount, look at how the Knicks are winning, and look at OG's points. And when you're not getting that level of points from OG, notice how it's a much harder for the Knicks to win these games the way they're doing it. It's a difference. So I love what OG's doing. I like the fact that he's got his rhythm back. I like the fact that these guys seem a little bit more rested. And I'm just feeling really positive about what we're seeing and hoping this continues. Because when the Knicks play like this is plug and play. This starts to make you feel better about the team overall, starts to make you look at the talent better than it is. You're like, okay, man, maybe they're not as bad as we thought. Maybe they don't need as much as we think. I mean, they still might need something, but they got the answers on the court, right? Because now it starts to be plug and play. If you're getting Josh Hart, and the only one, it's funny, Josh Hart is the one who's suffering offensively because all these other guys are getting their shots and they're going, right? But when you're getting what you're getting from Josh, you're getting Macau playing the way he's playing. Cat is still being a very valuable factor out. OG's doing what he's doing lately. Everything is gravy. Deuce give you some points. Cam give you some points. Precious adds. This is all gravy. So that's why it makes a lot of sense for Tom Thibodeau to continue to watch these guys minutes, give them rest, don't consecutively play them 12 minutes and all this stuff, and watch how better they play. It matters. So anyway, that was my little rant that I couldn't get to earlier because I wasn't there. I'm better.
You know what?
That's 100%. You nailed it 100%.
Exactly.
I think they stopped doing the consecutive minute stuff as we say this all the time, but now we call it the Italian, when they gelled. They finally gelled, right? And to the point where I look at it more so where that Tibbs ran these guys about 40 minutes a pop, and they didn't really have too much of a bench. People were hurt. Deuce definitely had something going on with himself, whatever it might be. But now that they gelled and the bench became a part of, right? He's running 9 men now, right? There's 9 men out there. There's 8 men out there consistently on a regular basis. And we were talking about, like, we meaning like whoever we are, like me and my friends, me, Sha, me, Devon, whoever, me and you, that, we have a starting unit that's good for 100, no matter what. No matter if Josh has 4 points or Cat has 14, and we have a captain that runs the ship, that unbelievable. And we're seeing the reemergence, sort of in that Denver game, big time, of the captain of last year. That's what I'm seeing.
Big body Brunson.
Yeah, big time. And so now you see that. So if you get a starting unit that has 100 points, and you broke it down, not that each person has to get 5 points, like that comes off the bench. But if you broke down 5 people coming off the bench or 4 people coming off the bench, that means that every game you're scoring $125 ish a game. That should win you a game every game, right?
See, this
Especially
is
when
you
your
go ahead.
defense
I'm
is
sorry,
stepping
Jay.
up. You know what I mean? So like now that defense, there was a great play in that Denver game where I think Campaign took an ill-advised shot. I think it was Payne. It was an ill-advised three.
Yeah,
and then he ran back as fast as he could and intercepted the long pass. And
I think that was Hart.
That was Hart.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Cam took the shot, but Hart intercepted the pass. Yeah.
Hart intercepted the pass. But they get back on D now. They're running and they're cohesive. They're gelled up. They're no like frowning down faces. And let's not forget that the sky was falling about a month and a half ago with 3 losses. Now we got mad wins in a row again. Sky's not falling. Tibbs is pivoting to what we wanted. This is what we wanted, right? Everybody was complaining we're not playing with the men. Well, maybe we didn't. Maybe Tibbs knew something that we don't know. That's why he got an extension and has a lot of his money. Now he's playing them, and I like the fact also really quick. And I'm going to pass the mic. He's playing 2 people on the bench, 3 from the starters. 1 from the bench, 4 from the starters. 1 starter, 4 from the bench. You see what he's doing here? The consecutive minutes has completely changed. And once in a while, you get a guy play 38 minutes. But usually now it's a medium of about 35 minutes or less regularly every game. So,
well, we'll see if it continues.
right. If it continues, exactly. And also, for now, this is a team we're working with. And he's utilizing them in a great way. And they're all stepping up. I mean, Precious is doing this thing. Everybody's stepping up. Bridges is finally scoring. I think he realizes, okay, man, I found my spot on this team. I know my rhythm now.
Yeah.
So that's what it is,
Good. It's good to see, man. Good to see. Let me get over to Double A with what he was going to say, and then we'll make the rounds. What were we going to say, Double A?
You know what I see? I see exactly what Jay is seeing. I mean, you could see the difference, man. When you got rest, you can go full out. You can go full effort, and you don't have to pace yourself. But I think the biggest thing that they realize, it ain't gonna be no more like, okay, every game Towns and Brunson are going to be the leading scorers. If they get away from that mentality and stay away from that and hit the open man and let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean, Ron? One game OG might be the highest scorer. One game Bridges might be the highest scorer. That's just the way it is if you're playing hit the open man. I mean, our championship Knickerbockers, our highest scorer was Willis Reed, and he averaged 21 points a game. But guess what? He could average 40 if he wanted to. But, that wasn't the team that they had. They had 5 guys that could score, and they had 5 guys that can play. So they played hit the open man, and that's the way it was, But man, you got to be happy the way things are going. I mean, I had no doubt OG and Bridges were going to come around because, it wasn't like they just started playing. They got a body of work. They have history. This is what they do. It's not like they had one good season and then all of a sudden they got a big free agent contract. Like what happened. Somebody has a great season and all of a sudden they give them a big contract and it was a fluke. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's not really who they are. But that's who Bridges is. That's who OG is. And, man, you got to love it. But this is why I'm saying, to back up what Jay was saying, the starters can score 100 in their sleep, all right? So if we can get 20 points from our bench, but part of the bitching that I didn't understand was, them on our bench is lousy. Our bench don't score. Guess what? Our bench wasn't playing. How can you score if you don't play? You feel me? How can you get points from your bench when they don't play? So now they're playing, and now we're getting contributions from the bench. Mm-hmm. And this is why I'm saying a guy like Valanciunas, okay, if you can swing a deal for Valanciunas, Now you add even more to the bench. Now you're guaranteed to get that 120 because guess what? They're gonna have that down low presence that they can always something go wrong. They can drop that ball down. The only player I'm not really thrilled with, and I hope maybe T.J. Warren is in the horizon, maybe take his spot, is Shamit. He ain't been balling, man.
Shamit is tough. Double A. I know. Like he's tough because he is also he's a rhythm shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the reason why, like, when you look at him in comparison to somebody like Dante's a rhythm shooter too. Like, all these guys who shoot the ball the way they do are rhythm shooters, but Dante can get his a little differently, and like he gets in, it turns on quick. Shamit needs like some good reps to get going. And you could see, like, I mean, was it 3 games ago? He came in and, you know, he hit his first 2 threes in a row, and then later he hit another 3. So you just never know with him, but he needs rhythm. And unfortunately, with the way the Knicks are set up, he's not going to get as many minutes, nor should he. Like, if Deuce was hurt, then Shamit would play more. But Deuce needs to play more than Shamit, and Campaign needs to play, if not as much, but either a little bit more or, you know, right there with Shamit. You know what I mean? Because Campaign has earned that as well. So yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. But I think the one thing about Shamit that I do like, I'm not saying he's the greatest defender, but he's active. Like, he tries. He's with you. He's with his man. He may overcompensate sometimes, and you know, he's with his man too much. You know, when you with your man too much, you could get crossed over, or they could get you with a little move and you get stuck. And that does happen to him. But for the most part, he's very active. And you'd be surprised that even if you're not like affecting a shot, like blocking a shot or doing something, if you are in the person's face enough, that is good defense, and it allows the chance for the guy to miss. So
my last comment, if I may, is why in darn tootin' isn't that 7'2" monster that's breaking up the G League? I know it's a G League, but man, come on, bro. You know, 30 points, 20 rebounds. You give us half of that, we good. But I'm saying this is the point in time that you throw him out there and see if he can be that piece that we're missing. So you don't have to, you know, give up a bunch of stuff for a trade. You know what I mean? This is a time that you can, you know, see if he got it, you know. So
the bottom line, bro, is that Moses Brown has looked fantastic in the G League. I mean, fantastic. But the Knicks are cap strung. They can't do anything, right? It is not like they can't. I'm not sure. The TJ Warren thing might be different, but I think if they wanted to, they might be able to bring up Moses Brown. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they could. The problem is, if they do, they are done. Like, Knicks can't even do a trade. You know what I mean? There's a certain level of money cap flexibility you have to be able to maneuver around. So, okay, if I do this, I'm within this 30%, whatever their thing is, to pull off a trade, even for Jericho Sims. But
that wouldn't make sense to get rid of some guys that are not doing it for you, that they're not useful.
That's the problem, Double A.
You're not using Toppin, you're not using Sims.
Yeah, but they're guaranteed.
Even if you gotta get rid of them for second rounders or whatever.
Yeah, but they're guaranteed the money. Like, you can't just cut somebody and they still got to get paid for the year.
Right, that money is still on the book.
And one of the big things what they'll probably do, if they do bring them up, will sign them maybe to some 10-day contracts. They could financially afford 10-day contracts, you know, to come up for 2 weeks or something like that and play 3 or 4 games within that thing, send you back down, and may send you back. It won't hit the cap as much as signing you for the continuance of the year. I think of all those guys in the G League right now would probably, are probably around $2 to $6 million. I think TJ Warren, since he's on that older veterans contract, I think he's more like 3, 4, 5 million. He's on the highest scale of bringing them in. But if they do him around March and do it for the year, they can probably fit him in March for $80,000, $100 and something $1,000. So I know the Knicks right now are very smart, and Leon we trust, and Brock Aller we trust, and these guys will. You will see a different team coming out this year. If it's not a major move, they will probably bring up some of these guys move some of these guys in, sign them to 10-day contracts and stuff like that. So I believe that there is going to be something. There's so much stuff. Isn't it always? As being a Knicks fan, I'm just talking to my peoples right here. As being a Knicks fan, ain't every year the Knicks getting everybody, and Embiid, Paul George, and LeBron James, and Anthony, and we getting everybody every year. So these big, some of these things are just out there so people can watch. But I think the Knicks are smart, and they have been doing things. Usually they already have done a trade by now. So it must be about money right now. And the longer you go or closer you get to the trade deadline, it probably makes the money a little bit more easier for them to spend. One big thing that I can almost promise, like 97%, is Jericho Sims $2 million will come off the books this year.
Definitely.
It looks like that might be the case. Yeah, it definitely does look like that. I think
that $2 million. Yeah, that $2 million frees up all these guys that Double A is talking about, the guys in the G League. You can get them and towards the end of February, going into March, with that $2 million. You can probably bring up 2 players with that $2 million, or the standard amount of money that's left over from what Jericho is. So that's probably where I think they go. And I think Sims may get traded for a player, maybe not, depending on how they do it. There's so many ways that they can make things better. You know what I mean? There's so many deals that's out there that are feasible and that works with the cap and works with the finances and stuff like that. But there's some trades out there you just be like, I don't know if I even think would even move these 2 guys just to get this one guy, right, or right, just to get these other 2 guys. We got them already here. Why would I move Mitch Robinson and Precious Achiuwa with Deuce to get 3 guys or 2 guys that I don't even know, and bring up a guy from the G League that we hope that can pop off?
That's true.
The big man is definitely doing it down there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but
he is. He getting busy.
The other thing too is, I mean, we got to be fair too, right? Moses is looking great, but Knicks haven't been looking bad right now. So
right.
What you like? I think that what we talked about, all of that makes sense, and there's more to it. And I think,
but if you notice the close games, I'm sorry, Ron, the close games, like the game we just had against the Nuggets, okay, you see the difference in the score. We blew out Sacramento, but we barely beat the Nuggets. It's about size. When our second unit gets out there, they're very undersized, so
right,
they have problems getting the rebound.
It's just,
so if I wanted to address something, that's what I address, and that's why I'm saying you might have the answer in house.
I listen. You might. I'm just thinking, like, for Tibbs right now, I could see it being hard to even mix Moses in, right? Because Precious is playing pretty good basketball lately, and Cat is Cat. You got to play Cat, right? And we haven't been able to really even find minutes for Jericho. Not that he necessarily deserves them, but we haven't been able to find minutes for Huck Porty. So, and don't get me wrong, I know Moses is better than both of them right now. I'm just like, I don't know how Tibbs will do it, because he's still got to figure out a way to get minutes, like what he's been doing lately for Campaign, for Deuce, and even Shamet to an extent, because as much as we know that the Knicks, and the problem is it's twofold. The Knicks have a couple different issues. Yes, it's helpful to have a better rebounder out there, someone who could be a better rim protector and help block shots. That's great. But the Knicks also have issues sometimes on the perimeter with certain teams that, have some good players. We got to have the right guys to come in there. So if you give more time to a big, and then we start getting cooked on the perimeter because our guys are tired because they're running around taking everybody and they're not getting the rest, it's just like they have to find the happy balance. I don't have the answer. I just know it's going to have to happen, organically. Knicks are going to have to keep playing and figure out what works best for them.
Yeah.
And then we just have to have
it would take Tibbs going into a 10-man rotation. That's
probably
5 in, 5 out, which we know Precious Achiuwa's best position is power forward.
Right.
You have him, you give him exclusively the backup minutes to OG, who you're playing at power forward. You can play OG 30, 32 minutes, and let Precious get the 16 minutes in reserve. You know, and then you got who you got a small forward right now. You got
Bridges.
Hart is small forward, right?
Well,
Hart. Let's
oh
say
yeah,
Hart.
I guess so. Yeah, depends.
Hart is small forward. Okay, you got Hart. You give him 30 minutes, and who you got to back him up for the 18 minutes or whatever. See, now we're backing him up with backcourt players.
Right.
We're backing up the shooting guard position and those positions at small forward with guards essentially, and that's why we get an undersized. And then you throw in Precious at center. He's 6'8". Now we're even more undersized. So, like I said, the teams that we're having issues with, like the Thunder, Denver, barely beaten up, is the long, tall teams. The teams that even their bench is long and tall. So that's why I'm saying, you know, we should be gearing to try to balance it out. You know, put the players in their strength positions, and if we need to bring that 10th man in, man, hey, that's even more rest for people, you know. So,
right. So, and then another thing I want to get over. Let me read the super chat that I want to get over to Sam. But I was going to say another thing that I was really interesting about it is, like, to Double A's point, Denver is for the most part, I would say a bigger team than us. You know, not you know, they're not tremendously bigger than us, but they're a bigger team than us. At some point. Yeah, no, because really it only comes down to Jokic and DeAndre Jordan.
and
Right?
Porter's 6'10". Porter's 6'10".
Well, yeah, that's good height, right? But you know, if you're looking at 6'10" versus 6'9", that's not that big of a. Oh, wait, hold on. Precious is 6'8". Okay, so yeah, maybe all right. All right, so yeah, they're a little bigger than us, and it showed.
And remember, when Precious comes off the bench, they bring in Jordan, who's almost 7 foot.
Right. No,
7 foot, 200, 265, 270 pounds.
Right. But
what I liked about it was
Cat was shutting down Joker for the beginning of that, at least the first half. He was really
well. I mean, fortunately, he got into
foul trouble. Yeah.
Right. He got into
trouble.
That's what happened.
Yeah. They out rebounded us 47-35, but I think it was very interesting that the Knicks played really interesting in this game. They were, you know, the Knicks aren't known for pace. Knicks were pushing the ball. Knicks were moving against Denver, and that's why they got a lot of opportunities. That's why the assists were crazy. I mean, that fourth quarter, I was complaining because I noticed I haven't been able to watch these games back because the way I watch the games, you know, I'm getting into all that, but I can only watch it once. But I realized that I was still paying for, which I hate the fact that I'm paying for it anyway. I was still paying for the MSG app. So I said, you know what? Let me go click and see if this Denver game is still there. And it was. So I watched it again yesterday. That fourth quarter, watching Jalen Brunson take a one shot and have 7 assists in the fourth quarter.
Facts.
Wow. It looked great. It looked great.
And he still got his, right?
Yeah, he still got his. Still finished with 30 and 15 assists. So I just thought that was crazy. It was great to watch. But anyway, okay. Let me get to this.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy, my brother, the Objective Knicks fan in the building. Salute to you, guy. You know how we give it up, man. Appreciate you. Said wishing you the best health, family. We are here for you if you need it. Thank you, my brother. Yeah, man, it's just gonna be a little bit of a transition while I get right. And yeah, unfortunately, I won't be doing any of your call-in shows no time soon because your call-in shows start around 10:45. By that time, I have to wind down. But I appreciate you. Thank you for the generous super chat. And I am looking forward to our next time that we hook up and do a show, which I believe is on the 10th of February, Still Knicks Fans Weekly. So guys, tune in for that. February 10th, I believe. The Knicks don't have a game that day, so 9 o'clock show with the Objective Knicks Fans. That should be pretty cool. All right, Sam, thank you for patiently waiting, my brother. It's been a minute. How you feeling? I hope everything's treating you well. I hope life is treating you well. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm just I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm sitting back just like if I'm in a regular chat, hearing you guys spit some knowledge. Everything's been good, man. Just trying to preserve, crazy times as we're all seeing right now. So just trying to, stay grounded, things of that nature. Trucking along, got about 2 more months until I can get up out of here. So it's another positive to look forward to.
Beautiful,
I
though.
say 2 months. I'm checking out in 2 months. Graduation's not till May, but I'm physically checking out. Until graduation hits. But we can't complain. I'm enjoying the Knicks games. Like you said, that Denver game, I definitely enjoyed that. And that's a Brunson type masterclass that we're looking forward to seeing. When guys like Cat don't have it going necessarily as far as in the point area, you got Brunson just dishing out assists to these guys. And it shows that he doesn't have to be, just ISO Brunson all the time. He obviously can do that. But I enjoy just seeing other guys get involved. And these are big wins that we're picking up over top Western Conference teams that people question the Knicks if they're a title contender. If they keep racking up these wins like that, I think it's good momentum going into the postseason, especially when you got teams that are supposed to be above us, like the Celtics and the Cavs, kind of struggling. Like the Celtics barely beat the Pelicans last night. That's a struggle of a win for them. So just showing that we're able to handily beat these top 10, top 5 Western Conference teams, I feel good about it. And I think that, I'm sure you're going to get into it later, but I'm feeling good about this Lakers game. No AD, but I will say I don't want to take them lightly because we know that they do still have LeBron James, who, is a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest ever, and they still do have Austin Reeves. So hopefully I'm just hoping the Knicks don't take them lightly. But we should get a handed victory today, considering how big of a drop off they fall without AD, guys like that. So we should be fine.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. You don't
I
want to take.
I hope we smack the hell out of them.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
And
don't.
and LeBron James is sitting down in fourth period, just looking around. That's what I want.
Too. That'd be nice. Don't take them for granted, though. Don't take them for granted.
No, nobody.
Once again, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. We got 174 across all platforms. Smash that like button if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, just share this out to your peoples on X. Let them know that we here rocking right now for however long we rocking. And also want to shout out to my peoples on Facebook. Shout out to my wife. Thank you for the like. Once again, Lena Franklin, David Ortega, and shout out to my guy Flavio Green, one of my day one fellas from the neighborhood. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Yeah, man. Also shout out to those in the chat that might have recently joined. New Knicks, City and Squad. What's good? Please go show love to him and his familia and their channel, the Organic Fanatics podcast. Wiz BKLA in the building. What up, Wiz?
He missed your dance choreography.
Yeah, I was. I couldn't do the dance today, but I was like, yeah, he must be happy.
Wiz.
He must be happy.
During the break, you had that tape going where it's showing you.
Oh, that's right. At least I still get it to him. Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Silk Sutton in the building. I haven't seen Silk in a minute. Hope you're doing well, Silk. Good to see you. He said, Ron, if you see Sims gone for just 2 picks, 2 guys from the G League come up. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, listen, Sims money, man.
That's a good point. The 2 picks.
Sometimes what seems like a good deal, and it was a good deal, $2 million per, or a little less than $2 million for what he was given. At the time when you have no expectations.
Yep,
seems good. But now, when you're trying to be a championship contending team and you need everybody's effort, you need everybody to contribute. Just doesn't seem like enough.
I think Sims was contributing. Seriously.
No, he was.
He was finally contributing. He was setting picks. He was rebounding. He was moving his feet. Unfortunately, and I think wherever team he goes, I hope he goes to a team that will work with him. I mean, he's been a great guy, great attitude, great teammate. Never complains. Never start problems because he ain't playing. He was in the rotation. He got put out the rotation, but you don't see him sulking or causing issues. So I hope
he's a good guy.
Wherever team they dump him to, man, that I think they work with him. Sims can be a good basketball player. He can be, an asset to an NBA team.
I think what it is with the Knicks now, the Knicks have changed, okay? It happened right before our eyes, but we've all been talking about it. We've seen it. Knicks are a different team. The way they play basketball offensively is different. The 5-out stuff, all that. But what's most different about them is they are a fluid team. Everybody needs to be fluid. Everybody on the court needs to pass the ball. And Sims is not a great passer. You know what I mean? Having Cat out there more, you see the looks Cat gets, you know, and the assist that he gives, it's helpful. Precious moves the ball when he comes in for Cat. Like, they need fluidity. And when you're not giving that, you can be Sims makes, you know, he sets great screens. He can rebound pretty decently. His defense has gotten better. He doesn't block a lot of shots, but he affects things because he moves around a little bit better. And that accounts for his rim protection, because apparently his rim protection wasn't as bad as you might think. But you also have to be fluid. You have to be able to move the ball, because everything works, right? Because if he's doing that and you're like, well, what's the problem? But if the Knicks offense is stalling because guys aren't passing, you know, and then Brunson has to go ISO, or Cat even has to do some ISO stuff, you see Bridges taking a little bit more shots than maybe he needs to. It's all bad. So the ball has to keep being fluid amongst everybody. And another thing I like about that Denver game was you got to see the best of both worlds out of Jalen Brunson. You got to see him pass the way some people want him to pass, even though it's not really his game. Can he do it? Yes. But you want him to be both sides. And in the third quarter, you saw big body Brunson go ham. Like, we got to see the best of both worlds with Brunson. So, and you need that, because it doesn't matter what he did in the fourth quarter with how free the game was moving, the assist. We don't get to the fourth quarter without what he did in the third. You know what I mean? Right. So it all matters. So, all right. Shout out to the Sandman yay! Sandman is here. We got the Grandy Man here. What's going on here? Said no need to trade Mitch right now while his stock is low. It's bad business. Yeah, I mean, these news reports keep coming out, and I'm not loving it. I will say that I'm not loving it. So I don't know, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Long Island Sound. Okay.
Okay. Does Mitch fit that mold? We were just talking about the reason why Sims doesn't fit the Knicks' plans anymore is because his inability to pass. Is Mitch a better passer? Does Mitch pass?
No. So the difference here is, so you got to give him credit. Shout out to HRM the Great, by the way. Salute to you. Appreciate you. No, I got you, Stacks. I'm just trying to get through stuff. I got you. That's why I got it starred. The difference with Mitch is not a good passer. No, he's not. But Mitch is so good at what he does do that when he's out there healthy, you can deal with it. Like, Sims is okay, but he's not upper echelon at anything, or like, man, you know, Sims, like, when he's out there, the game changes. No, when Mitch is out there healthy, he can change the game. Like, he can affect the rebounding that he does. Like, he's like a freaking vacuum cleaner, gobbling everything up. And then the defensive side, his size and his movement down there, he may not block as many shots as I'd like him to, but he affects a lot of shots. We did some stat work a couple years ago about how many shots Mitch actually affects without blocking them. It was astronomical. It's crazy how many shots, like what his presence does to the opposing team. So
East and West, North and South.
Yeah, you can deal with that even if he does slow up the progress of the court, because he actually will give you back stuff on defense. So maybe the Knicks offense might take a little bit of a downturn when he's out there, but he'll make up for it on defense. Healthy Mitch will do that. That's why he's a little bit of an anomaly. But yeah, he's not great when it comes to that being fluid either.
But when we had the same situation, Ron, where you were talking about with Moses Brown, I mean, the minutes, right? Because now, who do you take out of the rotation? Is Precious now going to come out the rotation when Mitch comes back?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because, you know, Towns is going to play his 35 minutes. Okay, so that leaves what, 13 minutes back up?
I think likely what, and I don't want to cut you off, I think what might happen,
not at all,
is you might get a decrease in Precious, but I think it also will just take out completely Shamet. He'll be completely situational. Right. Yeah. So, like, you know, guys like that who are getting burned that we clearly know won't play, if Mitch comes back, I think he takes their minutes completely. Then you see a decrease in Precious. He might play situational center. But I've said this even before when we first got Precious in the trade. He's a power forward like we know anyway. So to slide him back to the power forward, I think is the move, and then have Mitch play that backup center. So I think you just take out Shamet, make him situational for certain games. Oh, we already have situational guys, but I think Shamet goes completely out the rotation. Campaign might see a minimal decrease, but he's playing more meaningful minutes than Shamet.
Right.
So I think Shamet's gone completely, and then you have Campaign still in that backup point guard role with Deuce McBride.
Yeah, and
Yo, he just nailed it, Ron. That's it right there. That's
I agree.
Right
I agree. Then the Knicks become a little less small. They become a little smaller.
They become
better defensively.
Because they wanted to get rid of Precious. Remember, they were ready to ship Precious out of town, but when they were playing him at center when we first got him. But as soon as got hurt, Randall got hurt, and Precious had to play more. We're like, wow, this guy is, great at power forward. So moving him exclusively to back up OG at power forward would be the move. But like you said, you got to take somebody out of there. So Shamet, I see that. Okay.
Facts.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way, unfortunately. And, Shamet can't even be mad because it's not like he's done so much with his opportunities so far. If that's what happens, it happens. It's about winning, right? And, Shamet's been in the league long enough. I don't know if he's been on a team that's won, but I'm sure he doesn't mind winning a chip. If not saying the Knicks going to win the chip automatically. I'm just saying it's an opportunity. But, you don't mind having opportunities. Yeah, we'll see. Wait, hold on. Okay. Here we go. Oh, cool. No doubt. Let me put that out there. All right. So then I'm also going to get to my guy's question over here. Don't want him to think I forgot about him. All right.
That's your boy.
Okay, the link is out there. All right. So here's the question. Shout out to Stacks Different Timing. He said, Ron, who would you trade Deuce for, Ron? I'm curious to see how high you hold.
Sabonis.
Kessler.
Me and Shaw figured a way out the other day how we could get him, but I ain't gonna give y'all the recipe yet.
Which one? Who?
Kessler.
Kessler?
No, Sabonis.
Man.
That's why.
Sabonis.
That'd be the perfect piece, man. Oh my!
You kidding me?
Sabonis is the perfect piece.
Yeah. Are we hoping that in that sense that the Kings blow it up though? Because I feel like they hold on.
That's
what I'm asking. Okay.
The number one person on the market right now is Fox.
Mm-hmm.
The number one person on the market. There was two lists or three lists of 25. I had sent one to my brother Shah. Ron, I thought I sent one to you too. There was a list of it, and the number one person that is on the top 25 people looking that could be traded is Fox. Then I think around 10 or 11 is DeRozan or whatever it is. And at the bottom, I believe, was a bonus.
Well, and we'll see.
They weren't trying to move him. They were trying. That's hard to part with. But he has kind of a sweetheart deal for what he does. And look, man, the guy can score 20 points and get 20 rebounds in a game. The guy, we're over here talking about Wingstop and we need a blocker in the middle. No, maybe, or maybe we just continue to score 130 points a game and get the right stop at the right time and the right thing and keep doing that. Look, we're not going to do what we just did on a regular basis, right? I hope you all know we just did something historical. In that 3-game span, we scored more points in NBA history, not Knicks, in a 3-game span. Ever. So you bring somebody else on that you're talking about. Mitch is and he was and that was is a very important thing. A vacuum cleaner when it came to offensive rebounds, that was very important. Defensive too, but the offensive rebound, to be able to get that ball back and give it second chance opportunities is huge. But how much longer? I don't, I know there's a lot of people who love him, and a lot of people. Me, I'm in between. It's in between. When Mitch, do I want Mitch to be healthy? Of course I do. Do I want him to be on the court? Of course I do. Is he there? Is he doing anything else but swimming right now? We're halfway through the season. He's doing one-on-ones.
We probably don't see the work. I'm pretty sure Mitch has been working because they want him back.
I'm not saying that he's not working. I'm just saying that. Tell me right now, and tell me right now that the first time he goes for the ball and falls, that you're not going to hold your breath until you turn blue.
Well, we do that for OG. We do that for OG. In fairness, I mean, it's just the nature of the game and with these guys' injury history. I think though with Mitch personally, like for the contract he's on, I don't think we're gonna find better. And now the only option that we could have got on the market, the Suns already snagged. So in my opinion, if you're gonna get a guy like Sabonis, then you must be telling me that Bridges is not gonna get extended. He's getting shipped out, or somebody else is getting shipped out, because the Kings want right now for Fox, they want the Spurs to give them Castle and other young prospects. Castle's a top 5 pick. We don't own a top 5 pick of a rookie caliber on this team. So I question probably who they give up.
What I was saying.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just, just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And I totally get that. But I do want somebody that is formidable, that is ready to go now. I don't want to wait for somebody who's going to continue. We continue to keep doing this. Tell me the honest to God truth. What have we won with Mitch? What have we won with Mitch? What have we done with Mitch? We don't need to keep waiting on somebody. We have a great team.
I think you could argue last year if Mitch doesn't get pulled to the ankles by Embiid and he's healthy, I don't see us losing that Indiana series. I don't.
How about if he got pulled down to the ground, but OG doesn't pull up on the layup, we don't lose them too.
Well,
yeah, we definitely could have beat Indiana.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We were walking in with Josh Hart being the second scorer on the team. Like, we're not going to win a series like that with Josh Hart being the second option. So I think if you have Mitch come back, you had iHeart, him and Mitch, I think we easily beat them, because it was just Miles Turner turning into, Patrick Ewing, and that should never happen. But that's just what was happening, because we, for whatever reason, could not guard a big man, and Halliburton decided to have a out-of-worldly series as well. So I think you keep Mitch for right now, but if they have a deal in place, obviously they're going to move him. But I just think for the contract he's on, you have to keep him on the roster, because who else are you going to have now? Like we said, Precious is there, but he's not going to be there for the postseason. He'll get abused even worse than Hartenstein did against these top 5 Eastern Conference teams.
This is why I think
OG is not hurt now. We have a 7-footer who could score 30 plus and get 15 rebounds now. I'm not really worried too much about that. Mitch is in the garage. He's that pretty card that you still want to think that is still going to be good. I like Mitch. I do like Mitch as a player. I do agree that he is an intimidating force in the middle. But it's enough on, like, for me. I'm not speaking for you. And please don't anybody ever think I respect anybody's thought process of what they want. For me personally, I'm done with it. I'm over it. If you could find something that's good, and I talk to people like every day about this, and it's odd to me. One day they'll agree with me, and the next day I'm on the thing and I'm hearing them disagree with it. You know what I mean? And I'm wondering
what it is, Jay?
They doing it with, they doing it because they're, other people are saying it, or they're just changing their mind.
Jay, the bottom line, it's not that. It's not that.
Mitch
The bottom
is
line
healthy. I would love him here, but he's
And
not
I
healthy.
think we understand that. We get it. But I think the bottom line for a lot of people is they look at this Knicks team, right? And they see what progress they've made, right? They see how offensively talented they are. Like, we got a lot going on offensively. When we want to, we are definitely one of the best in the league. People don't want to jump out the window and say we're the best yet. And that's fair.
But you're gonna have those games where you're not gonna shoot like that, man.
Exactly.
You're gonna have those games where you're not gonna score even 100 points, and we've had them. We didn't score 100 points against the Nets. Okay, this is why I was saying, all right, it's a way that you can keep Mitch around and let him heal and see what you got by using Brown. You got a 7'2" guy that can come in. How many minutes are we talking about? Karl Anthony Towns is going to chew up them center minutes. He's going to play 35 minutes a game. So we're talking about 13 minutes a game. So why can't a 7'2" guy that's scoring 30 points, grabbing 20 rebounds, and blocking every shot in his way in the D League come in and fill in for 13 minutes? And then we don't have to trade Mitch. We can keep him around until he's 100% healthy. He has a full training camp behind him. And we have somebody that's getting reps, so when we do hit the playoffs, they're valuable. They're ready to go. But right now, like Jay is saying, we're hoping Mitch is coming. I thought he was coming January. I thought he was coming December. Now it don't even look like he's coming February. So when is he coming? The season is almost over. And like Jay said, he ain't gonna be ready, man.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be ready. Yourself back with a brand new team.
That's like where I am with it. And I've calmed down, but that was my biggest concern. It wasn't about no, you're good. It wasn't about whether or not Mitch was going to come here and do what Mitch can do. Mitch can listen. If Mitch is healthy, Mitch is going to do what he does because he's good at it. Like, I'm not taking that away from Mitch. All right. If Mitch is healthy, I know he's going to rebound. I know he's going to offensive rebound. He's one of the best at it. So I can pencil him in for that. If Mitch is healthy, I know he's going to defend the rim. I know it because I've seen it too many years. That's what he does. But it's if he's healthy, and that I don't know. We thinking that he like what Double A said he was supposed to be back then. Then he's supposed to be back then. We're not hearing good news, so I'm a little concerned about it too. I'm just saying, when you deal with a situation like the Knicks don't have a lot of options. They kind of went all in a way with the team. If you make certain moves, you ain't going to find another Mitch. Okay. That's the other thing I'm trying to say. You're not going to find somebody that gives you what Mitch can give you in that same capacity right now. You can find somebody.
We don't know that. We don't know that because they're not giving the guy a chance. Because they're not giving the guy a chance.
What he's saying, when he's saying when he's
trade market, right? It was out there already in the league.
Yeah. Those guys are not like you. The team, first off, doesn't want to give a guy like that up, and two, to get a guy that is available that has that, you're gonna have to give up too much. So now you've weakened your team because we all see that sometimes that can come back to bite you. The Knicks are playing well, and they somehow figured out how to play without. But you guys know the loss of Dante. If we could have got Cat without Dante, that would have been ideal. But we had to give him up, and then we took a hit for it. So we worked through that. We are getting better. We've learned how to play. But you can't keep doing that. The next move you might think it's a little move. You might wind up trading a Kolick, a Deuce, and some other thing, maybe even a Precious to get Walker Kessler. Then you get Walker Kessler here. He's like, damn, but he don't have that same grit that Precious. And Precious goes and gets it. He's up and down the court. He does little things that.
I don't know, bro. I tell you, I take them 10 rebounds, 3 block shots any day.
But don't forget, you lost Deuce too.
Yeah, but then somebody else step up.
But will they step up and have the confidence that Deuce has? When Deuce is going with that confidence level, you step up in the right way. Like it took him time to get that. You bring somebody else. Most likely going to be somebody on the team.
Anything is not 100%.
I know, but these are the type of things that as an organization, as a front office person, you got to think about. Like
how many minutes with Bridges and Brunson on his team playing the backcourt minutes? How many minutes are we talking about to back up either Brunson or Bridges? We're not talking. We're talking maybe 11, 12 minutes that these guys are playing. 9 minutes. You don't need a superstar or whatever.
Well,
You can
no,
find
no,
somebody
because
to fill
right
in
now
those
Deuce is
minutes.
getting 20
I
minutes.
would trust Kolick to come in and play
Yeah,
those minutes.
Deuce is playing a bulk right now, though.
Yeah, Deuce is getting 20 minutes. So,
But that's because we don't have, we're like Grandy said, we're shifting things around. We don't have, we're playing Precious at center, so we're playing somebody out of position. Because when the second team is out there, we got Precious at 6'8" at power at center, and then he's playing with 4 guys 6'4" and under. That's what we got right now. Okay.
And
So
I
what
will
I'm
say
saying
this
is,
too.
if you take Deuce out of there and put in a 7-footer like Kessler, now you're moving Precious to power forward. Now you got 7 foot, 6'8", and then the 6'4" whatever guys. Now you're more balanced. You lose Deuce, but Kessler still gets you 10 points off the bench. He gets you 10 rebounds off the bench. He gets you 3 blocks off the bench, which is even more important. Because now when we go up against those tall, long teams that we have been having problems with, because we've been having problems with them now, even as good as we're playing, we're still having problems with them now.
Everybody wants Kessler.
Let's go. And it don't have to be Kessler, That's why I get mad at the Knicks, because they make a good move and bring this guy Brown in and sign him to the D League, but then he shows out and does what he got to do, and then you say, you act like he don't even exist.
well, okay. So whatever Brown is doing, it looks great. And I'm not going to take that away. The guy has ability. But what you got to do is you got to say whatever Brown is doing, cut it in half. Right? Because it ain't going to be like that in the NBA. Cut it in half. And then is that something that you think he can produce? Because the other thing is he's getting like full minutes. He's a starter in the G League, for whatever minutes they play. Then you got to take a little bit off the top because he's not going to get those same minutes.
Right.
Is that going to translate? And then that's what you got to do too.
Well, we don't know unless we try, Ron.
I hear you, but you got to
do that too much. We do that too much to our players and say he can't do this, he can't do that. When we're judging them off of garbage time minutes, we're judging them off inconsistent minutes. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, Shaq.
I'm just gonna say one thing about Brown. And he could be still coming up. He made, like I say, maybe in some of these 10-day deals and stuff like that. But for me, just talking, but if Brown was as good as we think that he is, why he not on another team right now? TJ Warren, if he is good as we think that he is as Knicks fans, why he not on another team right now? They're not signed on no contract. They play in the G League. If Okiki was as good as he said, as we as Knicks fans think that he is and could produce for us, why somebody else haven't picked these guys up yet? I believe that Brown could come in and do some things, but the biggest thing for Brown to come up here is to move on from Mitch. For me, if we bring up, if he comes up to
why
this,
if Mitch ain't ready.
No, but what I'm saying is, why would we bring up Brown? Yeah, why would we bring up Brown? If that was the case, we'd have brung him up. We'd have brung him up already. We'd have probably had him in December. We could have probably had him in December if he was as good as we thought, because he left from the G League to go play with the Pacers, but the Pacers surely let him go back to the G League. They didn't keep him. Not saying that he fits with that team and stuff like that, but it's about fit as well. I could see him coming up here and doing phenomenal work, but then again, he ain't getting no minutes if Mitch is back here. He's not getting no. I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Brown. That's what I'm saying about Brown. If he was as good as we say that he is, he would have been up here in December. I'm surely 100% sure that the Knicks would have. If he was as good as he was, he would have already been up here already.
I agree, Shaw. He'd have a Porty spot if he was that good.
Right. He'd have already been up here already. He would have been up here already. In my opinion, I see what he's been these last 5, 6, 7 games, 30 points, 20 rebounds, all that stuff. It is beautiful. And I think if we bring him up, if Mitch is not here and bring him up because we traded Mitch and he is the fill-in for Mitch, I can see that happening. Because if they move on from Mitch, I want them to get a small a shooting guard. A small forward or someone that can be
6'5"
more
to
aggressive.
6'7".
Right, someone about 6'5" to 6'7" to be in that small forward, because that's what we've been lacking the whole year. That Shaman position has been what we have been lacking in that second unit all year long. And if we could fill that,
center.
yeah, I mean, and if we could get that position filled and then bring up Brown, I could rock with that. I could definitely rock with that. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on
but
that.
But
I'm
if
with
you
you on
could
that.
find a good trade for Mitch, you would trade him right now,
Right. If I could find a trade for Mitch to bring back a small forward, I would do it in a heartbeat. I'm not moving Mitch for Kessler. I'm not moving Mitch for who else was the other? You know what I mean?
Shaw, you don't even gotta move him for Kessler because the Jazz aren't taking it. The Jazz want too much. That's why he's still there.
They want too much. And what's this guy? Jokovitis, not Jokovitis,
Valanciunas,
Sabonis, and other guy from Washington. I don't know if we're Valanciunas. I'm not sure if we're that much better if we move on from Mitch for Valanciunas. And I mean, Valanciunas is more of a. I mean, he grabs rebounds and stuff, but what we're lacking in the second unit is help with the rebounding. And to me, and I mean, and Mitch is the perfect person for that position right now. Now, if we were looking for a position, I know if that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Double A. If the Knicks thought,
let him
right? Okay. Oh, if the Knicks thought that the Knicks known this since the beginning of the year, since October 30th when we started, they knew that Mitch wasn't going to be here, and they haven't addressed that issue then already. You know what I mean? And if that was the case in October, November, December, we would have already brung this guy up or somebody from the G League to fill in position. And to say that we already got somebody on the bench that's not getting the burn, Hakapurdy. And I mean, so Brown is a good look in the G League, but I'm not saying if Mitch is gone and we know that Mitch is out the door and we decide that we want to bring someone up from the G League and bring up Brown and maybe Kiki, because in my opinion, that small forward position is where we are lacking. That Shaman position is where we are lacking. Not Deuce, not Payne, not Precious. You know what I mean? We could fill in another center back there to keep Precious in that small forward position, like a Brown. If we move on from Mitchell Robinson to bring in someone to fill in that small forward position, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Let me ask you something. May I? Why are we planning our team stuff around Mitch when we don't even have a date for his return? We don't even know if he's going to really play this season. And what I'm saying is the advantage of giving Brown a shot is not going to cost you anything. You don't have to trade Mitch to give him a shot. You don't have to trade Mitch to give Brown a shot. If you bring him up and you play him and he sucks, then he can go back. You didn't lose anything. You didn't give up anything. You didn't trade Deuce. You didn't trade anybody. Mitch is still on a team. But what you do is you give Mitch a full season to recover and to get in shape and have the best chance to be the best version, the version that we know and love from Mitch. But right now, Mitch ain't even in the plans, bro. There's not even a date. If you tell me Mitch is going to be back February 12th, I'm down. Don't trade anybody. We good. But we don't have that, Shaw. We don't know when he's going to be back.
I hear you. And the Knicks front office has known that all year long. That's what I'm saying. If they felt that Brown could fill in for Mitchell Robinson, he would have been here. If they thought that Hakapurdy could fill in for, if Hakapurdy could have filled in for Mitchell Robinson, he would be playing more minutes. That's what I'm saying. I think the Knicks believe that Precious Achiuwa has done an admirable job since he's been back of doing what he has to do to keep us at 20. What are we? 26 and 30, 32 and 16.
Yep.
We've been doing a great job. Without bringing up Brown, without playing Hakapurdy, we ran with a 7-man rotation that got us to 32 and 16. The Knicks did that, not us. All of us want different trades. I would love to have Brown up here, not knowing if Mitch is going to come back or not, but they didn't think it was feasible. Not my money. I would have spent it though. Not my money, but they thought it was. So that's all I'm feeding off of. You know what I mean? I thought, and he has left the G League already. He has went to the Pacers, but he's back down in the New York G League system right now.
Like a Porty spot.
Right.
Purdy spot.
Purdy, if they were so worried about a backup center, in my opinion, they would have been playing Purdy. They've been playing Sims. They was playing Sims the beginning of the year. They was killing it with Sims. Sims was doing one of the best looking basketball, grabbing rebounds and doing all that stuff. But once he made those two errors, backdoor errors and got lost and threw the ball away, got beat backdoor and then threw a intercept pass, that was the end for Sims. He sat the bench and he's been sitting the bench since then. You know what I mean? So, the Knicks have a formula, not us. I would love to
play the Rockets. When we play the Rockets on Monday, you watch and see what I'm talking about.
Well, actually,
the same thing when we play.
I understand. I would love to see one of these guys brung up to see what they're going to do, but not the Knicks.
I think AA, what you bringing up is what I was going to say before. I think that is like the Knicks the proof is in the pudding, man. You got to watch and see how that's the best way to know what you need, right? It's life, like playing out there, seeing what the Knicks are in a nice streak right now. They're beating up on some good teams. We know tonight you cannot take the Lakers lightly, right? You got to come to play. And definitely when they play Houston on Monday, that is going to be a problem. Let me tell you something. Houston is tough. Houston is a real team that's going to give everybody problems. So you're going to have to, and that we don't match up well with them. So that's going to be a big game to see where the Knicks really are right now. We'll know playing Houston. Oh, okay. Oh, they turned the corner. They figured Houston out. We know how to play against them. Or you can see what the issues are. That's why I'm waiting for Monday's game. I don't want to look past tonight's game, but Monday's game is going to be really important to see where these Knicks are.
They're also a rough team. They're going to be.
No, that's why I'm saying. That's why they're good. They're young. They're athletic, but they're very defensive minded. They got a lot of defensive players over there. That's why they're a good team. They got a good coach too. Yeah. But I want to get to these super chats real quick. I want to get to AA because AA is moving. AA. J Boogie's moving in the vehicle. So give me 1 second. Shout out to you, J Boog. Good to see you, my brother. Hold on 1 second. And to answer your question, I know you put up another super chat, so let me read it and I'll answer your question. Thank you, Stacks Different Timing, for the generous super chat. He said, better yet, if Portland wanted Deuce instead of Sims for Kamara, what's stopping y'all? I just took a look at Kamara's stats. I have an allegiance to Deuce because he's my guy. He's one of my favorite players on the Knicks. But if they want to do it, I'd do it. Kamara's got a nice size. He's got some really good ability. He can score the basketball. He can play defense. I'm not mad at Kamara. I didn't know what eggs do. If they wanted to do that, okay. I'm sorry, Deuce. You my guy. But if they wanted to do that, I would do it. I don't know about anybody else. Kamara's young. Hold on.
Now, what's his age and how tall?
He's like 6'7", 6'8". You doing that straight up, huh?
I don't know.
Dang, that's tough. I
don't know. I don't know if I do it straight up.
Back with that? Can we get Kamara and maybe 2 second rounders or a second rounder?
Well,
or first rounder?
Maybe no. You ain't getting the first rounder. I mean, I can see them throwing.
That's what I mean, dude. He's not what everybody thinks he is.
I mean, because like Kamara is averaging for the month of I'm looking at current time for the month of January. He's averaging 12 points. 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.3 steals but he's playing a lot though, guys. He's playing 33 minutes.
Yeah, he's starting now.
That's the thing. If you give Deuce 33 minutes, you don't think Deuce is going to do these numbers?
Exactly.
I don't like the trade personally. But I can see what you're saying though.
No, I mean, like if they wanted to do it, it's like it gives you what you don't get from Deuce because Deuce is let's not get it twisted, guys. Deuce is like 6'1", 6'2". Okay, Kamara is 6'7".
Yep.
The height is what you're really doing it for. The height and the ability to do a little bit more out there on the court defensively because of his height. But other than that, I'd like Deuce better. I'm just being honest because I just look at the minutes. Like you give Deuce 33 minutes a night, he's going to put up some numbers. So,
what is Portland wanting? Cap space? They wanting salary? They wanting a young player?
What? I don't know enough about it. I know the name he's quoting. I don't know.
You know who I think Double A that they'd be willing to get rid of, and it's not. I don't think it's Kamara because he's a young guy. I don't think that we should do the move, but the only person I can see Portland
Grant.
trading right now is Robert Williams because he's on the expiring deal, and they don't really need him because they just drafted Klingon. We don't need that either, though. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they'd be willing to give up Kamara for Deuce. I don't really want to do a Deuce for Kamara. Like if it's a Sims for Kamara, Leon can work his magic with that, fine. But I just think Deuce McBride gives us more than Kamara could do right now, at least offensively. That's why I'm feeling some type of way about that because our bench is already, limited right now offensively.
Yeah,
We lose Deuce McBride, then that's more scoring out the window. I know Kamara's not, just useless on the offensive side, but I just think I'd rather keep Deuce in that situation.
Yeah. Keep him, bro. Keep him. I'm sorry. My bad. Like I already felt a certain way about Robert Williams. And I don't pay attention. I'm a Knicks fan. I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff that's going on with a lot of these other teams, especially the small market
definitely
teams.
don't want him.
Dude, he only played 17 games so far.
That's why they want him gone, Unc. And they
him.
drafted Klingon just to get rid of him. So he's definitely gone.
Right. Exactly. That's why they drafted the big kid.
But that's always been a knock on Robert Williams. He can't stay healthy. Nah, keep him. We worry about that with Mitch. I'm not bringing another dude like that over here.
Right. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me get to the rest of these super chats. I want to get to Jay Boogie. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Stacks. I apologize. Like I said, I do it if the Knicks want to do it. I would do it for Kamara because I like his upside. But it's apples to apples, stuff like that. If you give Deuce the same amount of minutes that Kamara's getting, I don't think you would want to trade Deuce. I think you'd be like, well, Deuce is dropping 15, 16, 20. He's going to do the same thing. It's just he don't get those minutes. He's playing 21 minutes a night. Okay. All right. So next up. As you guys can see, I'm moving a little better. I got a little second win. I'm feeling better. Good. Yeah, whatever.
You're getting that Knicks energy in you, Ron.
A little bit. Shout out to Parrish Duggar. Because we only got one more big move assets left, we need to do nothing until the perfect piece comes available, whatever that is. It needs to be perfect. Okay, I mean, I can respect. Sometimes you don't want to make a move just to make a move.
Right. I can respect that.
Okay. Shout out to you, Parrish. He also said, perfect plan with Mitch, last 10 games and playoffs. So rest him until the last 10 games, maybe more than 10, maybe 10 to 15, to get him acclimated. So we go into the playoffs, he's right. And then he can just fill into what we got going on. Maybe. I know Double A is concerned about it. I know Jay's concerned about his health. But if we just say, look, we're winning because we are winning right now. We are 32.
We are winning.
We are winning. So, and we third in the East. And someone's not like, the next best team is Milwaukee, and they're not like on our heels.
Yeah, it's like 6 games behind or something like that.
No, I get where you go in Double A, like to be ready for the playoffs, we need to have this. But on the flip side of it, I always think that we do have the options. They're not going anywhere yet. Like as much as you're bringing up Moses Brown, he's still there. We still got his G League rights. Could we lose him? Yes, but we still got him right now. And we'll see what happens. Maybe because the Knicks don't have a lot of space on the roster anyway. They got one more person they could add. And then if they want to add somebody else other than that, they got to get rid of somebody. We'll see what they do. All right, let me go to the next one. Shout out to Bryant Ankrum. What's going on? Appreciate you. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, what I think we're witnessing right now is the beginning of that Villanova connection like last year's triple threat, Brunson, Dante, and Hart. Maybe this the Brunson, Hart, and Macau thing. I mean, they definitely are moving well together. They look like they look like they got the whole thing we was talking about gelling.
Oh, yeah.
Jelly. They got the jelly.
Those passes lately, no look passes.
Yeah, they're looking good.
That's the Italian.
Yes. Once again, thank you, Bryant. Appreciate that. Shout out to the Sandman. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, only moving Mitch for Trey Murphy or a Hawks Hunter. I mean, those are great guys to get. I don't think
like those.
The problem is we've already identified, or it's been identified for us,
Can't
that
get Trey Murphy.
that Mitch is not a trade piece that teams believe in. Mitch is a trade piece that is looked like, you get him and you hold him here, and he doesn't really play for you, and then he comes off your books and he helps with your tank. So that's how people are looking at Mitch. So it's like, how do you get a valuable piece from a team that actually wants to win or is somewhat in contention if they don't think you don't believe in Mitch? Why do you think we want to believe in him? So it's like, that's a tough one to sell, guys. That's why Mitch is a tough puppy to move. I don't know.
Yep.
Like the same concerns we got, and we're fans of Mitch. So we got a little, just like we're fans of Mitch, the front office is fans of Mitch. So they have a little bit more loyalty and love towards him. These other teams don't care nothing about Mitch, and this dude ain't playing. That's why Robert Williams, who in essence is a better player than Mitch, like pound for pound, both of them being healthy, Robert Williams can do more than Mitch, right? Because he can do what Mitch does. He may not be as good of offensive rebounder as he is, but he's a good rebounder. He can block shots. He plays solid defense. He moves all around the court, and he has some offensive stuff to his game. But he ain't healthy either. That's why he's still with Portland. They've been trying to trade Robert Williams all year. So I don't know, guys. This is a tough one, man. We just hope for the best, but understand that we do need a little bit more. If we want to win a championship, we do need a little bit more. They have to figure out what that little bit more is going to be. It could be a trade. It may not be a trade. Maybe Moses Brown, eventually the Knicks figure out how to put him on the team. He gets a couple opportunities. He starts to show out, starts to play like one of them tall, linky dudes, like these guys out there, the Claxtons, the dudes that the Mavs have two of them, guys like that. Hopefully he starts to play like those guys. Well, but I will say that I'm just looking at his numbers because that's what I do. When I listen to you guys talk, I go look at numbers. But I'm looking at what Moses Brown did when he was in the NBA, not the G League. The numbers ain't the same.
1.8 points, 1.8.
It's different. It's different because the G League is not only are you getting, you're a starter in the G League, you're getting plenty of minutes, you're a focal point of the team because it's the G League. So you're getting the touches, you get the confidence offensively to do things because in the NBA you don't get those same touches. They ain't, you're not the option, and then on the defensive side, I told y'all the G League is suspect because they don't play no damn defense. That G League is crazy, and so you active. And Moses Brown, you don't think Moses Brown knows? Man, I watch the Knicks every night. I see that the Knicks got some issues. They need a rebounder. I'm going to go crazy. He's trying to get that spot. He definitely is trying to make the team. He's going ham. Can't be mad at it. I'm just saying, I don't know, AA. I like him, and I'm not saying he can't do. I don't want to say he can't do it. I'm just going by what he did in the NBA. I'm just looking at the.
I'm just saying we shouldn't say he can't do it without even giving him a shot at it.
I get
when it's not going to cost us anything to do that.
I get it. But
and we're feeling good about all this. But like I said, that hasn't gone away. We have trouble with tall teams that are big, teams that have a tall bench. We have problems. Those are the teams that we've been losing to. Games like the Thunder. And this is why I'm saying look forward to this Houston game because they have a huge team. They have a big center, Adams, coming off the bench. Look and see. Precious has problems with big, giant guys that overpower him. Yep. He can stick with tall, thin guys, but the ones that are heavy, stocky, and can push him around, those are when he has problems. And we're not going to win a chip with a 6'8" guy being our backup center and playing on a court with 4'6" guys. It's going to hurt us.
That's fair. I mean, we're going to have some
we played Memphis recently, right? And Memphis just took out Houston. And I think that when we played Houston, we weren't gelled completely yet. We weren't gelled. That starting unit wasn't gelled. And we have, our front court with let's just say OG and Cat, right? The defense is getting a little bit better. People are scoring. Mikhail is becoming the option 2 because you got 1 and 1A in our captain and Cat, and then and everybody can score at this point, and we are running and gunning. I think it's a little bit different now than it was before when we had so much issues. Even with like Charlotte, when with a young or New Orleans with a team that they're not even in contention, but they're taller and they're faster. We had problems then. I don't think we have the exact same problems. Do we need a backup center? Absolutely. Is he on our roster? I do not believe so.
Shout out to Sherwin. I mean, he's saying that, Ron, you were selling Mitch a little short. When he is healthy, he's a top 5 center in the NBA. I don't know about that.
Top
but
5 is crazy.
Yeah, I will say that you might be right. Maybe Robert Williams is not that much better than Mitch. I think they're closer. I do think Robert Williams moves the ball better than Mitch. I do think offensively he just seems more comfortable than Mitch. But defensively, I would say I think Mitch is better. I think Mitch is a better rebounder. Yeah, so I'm not taking that away from him. But let's also keep things in context. As good as we love to, we can't sip the Kool-Aid either. As good as we think Mitch is defensively, all that dude's never made a defensive all NBA team, not once. There's 3 of them. There's 3 teams. He's never made one. So I mean, let's just keep it real. Just I love Mitch, but I'm just keeping it real. Anyway,
Sherwin said that Mitch said something about coming back February 8th against Boston. I don't know how true that is.
I don't know about that.
That's what Sherwin said.
Let's do one thing. Let's
I think it's 2026 he meant.
Yeah, let's not listen to Mitch and Mitch's post because Mitch be wild.
Very good point, Ron.
I don't know about Mitch.
He might be coming back to sit on the bench, maybe.
That's a good point too. Shout out to the Thunder. The Thunder have the smallest.
Shaw, you muted.
I seen that.
Say that, bro.
Yeah,
Mitch said
team in the league, and they've been winning great against a lot of teams.
How they have the smallest team in the league? They got Dork, who's 6'5". They got SGA, who's 6'5". They got Williams, who's 6'8", 6'9". They got Hartenstein, who's 7 feet. How are they little?
But they don't have no bigs. They got Hartenstein. But
Holmgren's out.
Big gets hurt. The one guy's hurt, but they got the 2 Williams
Yeah,
guys.
But they're not. Those Williams guys aren't taller than 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, Williams isn't taller than 6'9".
They're not little though.
Right.
But we comparing it to little.
Chet Holmgren.
Lost
Chet
J.
I was waiting for Boogie. That's why I was trying to stay quiet on.
Yeah, I know. I was just getting to Boogie right now. Damn, lost Boogie, man. What are you gonna do? Hopefully he's gonna be free later. Oh wait, maybe he's back. Oh, Boogie's back. Okay, all right, Boogie. Hopefully you can hear me, man. What's on your mind, brother? Let me know if you're good. Hopefully you might have got a call. Well, as soon as you can, Boogie, just jump in. So shout out to Old Head in the building. Let me do my little spring cleaning while waiting for Boogie. Nah, bro, no one's disrespecting Mitch, man. Mitch is a good player, and I think, as I said before, I want to keep this in context for all Knicks fans. We've already had these conversations, but sometimes we forget that too. As good as we think Mitch is, there's only one thing that we can give Mitch that you can't take away from. Damn, Boogie home already. Woo! One thing you cannot take away
from the car wash.
Right. There's one thing you cannot take away from Mitch. He is one of, if not the best offensive rebounder in the entire NBA. He was right behind Steven Adams for a while. Then when Steven Adams got hurt, he took the mantle. And then, so it's Steven Adams and him has always been number 1, number 2. He can offensive rebound his ass off. Ooh, I cursed. You hear that? Damn it, I'm hyped.
Hey, yeah. Woo.
That's who I'd like.
Yeah, so that is what it is. Like, he is that guy. But defensively, as much as we know what he adds to the team, I said it before. For a guy, to me, I get a little upset with Mitch. I said, man, because Mitch told you from his mouth, I want to be the defensive player of the year.
Yep.
Dude hasn't even made one of the top 3 teams. Like 15 players. You haven't even been one of the top 15. That's why I get mad, because a guy who's this, if he's focused, that's your goal. Let's do what you got to do. Now, I'm saying all this. I'm just putting it out there. because I don't want to rehash it all the time, but I'm just rehashing it so people know. It's not about hating Mitch. It's about what's real. Last year, to start the season, Mitch was playing the best basketball any of us have ever seen Mitch play. He was a demon defensively. He was playing fantastic. He was getting steals. He led the team in steals. As a matter of fact, at one point, he was leading the Eastern Conference in steals as a big man. It was only maybe a week or two, but whatever. But still, he was doing it. I was like, who is this guy? And if that season had continued that way and he was healthy, maybe Mitch would have finally made his first all-defensive team, and I would have been so happy for him. But, of course, he got hurt. Then he comes back, and then we know that Joel Embiid said, let me make sure we get this guy up out of here. And there we go. So I just wanted to put that out there. It's not that I don't like Mitch. I'm just keeping it real with what Mitch has wanted, what he said he wants to do, and what he's actually produced. Just putting it like that. But I love Mitch. I think he's a really good person. I think he does some stupid foolishnesses on social media. But other than that, he's a really good guy. And I want him to be a part of this team. Like, that's all I want to say. But I don't want Mitch to be held hijacked. Don't put us in lockdown, with Mitch. If he ain't going to be here to help us, then at some point the Knicks have to move on. They made the tough choices with every other player that we thought was a big part of this team. We had to do it with Quickly. We had to do it with RJ. We had to do it with Julius Randle. Mitch is the last of the Mohicans. We got to do it with him. We got to do it with him. We just got to see, but don't do it for nothing. I ain't trying to just trade Mitch and allow him to free up cap space for some team while they're tanking and the Knicks don't get something back that makes sense. It has to make sense, or else we just got to hold him and then we'll lose him at the end of the season or whatever. All right, let me get to Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, I'm sorry, my brother. I know you were trying to get on and talk your talk. You out there in the road. I'm glad you're stationary now. Hopefully you good. We here, man. What's on your mind, brother? How's everything?
Man, you good, man. More importantly, man, I hope everything is okay with you, my brother. Bless, health, happiness to you, and not only just you, to any and everybody else. Anybody going through anything, we don't pray that you go through it. We pray that you get through it, because we know how today is. It's tough out here in this world. Living once your eyelids unattached until the time you go lay down, man. Shout out to the people that was in that airplane crash. But condolences to those. You know what I'm saying? Those members of that. We living in tough times, so yeah, but I'm good, man. I don't mind waiting. I had some things going on this morning. Happy wife, happy home. Wife said, yo, I need tires on. Let me go put tires in. So, you can't go put tires without getting the car clean. You know what I mean? So, got to get everything situated so I can come home and not be bothered, so I can hang out with Ron, because we come a long way on each and every Saturday, man. Shout out to the chat, too. Shout out to the chat. Everybody's watching. Hope you've been hitting that like button too. Shout out to the major squad that's up here doing what they doing. All-Star panel, leading up into the All-Star game. Put your votes in. Put your votes in for All-Star panels. I'm promoting that again. I did that last week. But And so we come a long way on Saturdays, and Ron is providing open doors for us each and every Saturday, man. But, most of y'all guys, y'all my age, you're elderly, you know what I'm saying? And it's great that we live in these good years, but we come a long way from Saturdays all the way waking up and coming from waking up in the morning, watching Saturday cartoons. I'm just trying to get to the top of the hill, to the karate movies, to the monster movies, to today where Ron is telling us and reminding us that we still Knicks fans, so nothing matters, But I'm one that's real grateful and thankful about what's going on, what's happening. I'm just, feeding off what y'all was talking about. I missed out on the conversation that y'all was having on that guy Fox over there in Sacramento. I wish y'all would continue on talking about Fox, because the more y'all talk about Fox, the more I can relate to Fox. Look how far we have come, during those times when we needed a point guard. It's to be here today and a guy like Fox is coming available, and that we can say we don't need you. I don't need you, Fox. I got one over here. I got a general. I got a captain. I got a soon-to-be NBA the NBA All Team. He's going to make the NBA team of the season. Y'all know what I mean? He's already a starter for the All-Star game. He's a leader, and he can handle his business professionally as a New York Knicks. It's not too many times, as free agents become available or free guys become rattled on a team for us as Knicks fans to say, yo, I don't need you. We
Indeed.
don't have to trade for you. I don't have to trade for you and put up all these access for you. I'm solid here, you know what I mean? So I just want to remind people, how far have we come from the times when we didn't have no point guard? Elfrid Payton and them was handling the rock. And we was like, man, we need a point guard, you know what I'm saying? During those years. But now we don't have to say that, you know what I mean? We got one, man. We really, really got one, you know? We got us a power forward, too, you know? We got a lot of good things to be happy and proud about with this Knicks team, you know what I'm saying? Be on the all-star movement, man. All-star movement, all-star around the whole board organization, you know what I'm saying? The office is in all-star mode. The coaching staff, they're in all-star mode. The players in all-star mode, and we got 2 starters for the all-star team. You know, I have to continue on saying that because ever since then, you know, when you become a starter and not a sub and not a not a sub and not a I can't think of the other word. Yeah, reserve, you know, and you're a starter, your game elevates totally different. Your leadership elevates totally different. And when you elevating, you know what I'm saying, and they know who you are as a leader and a director and a conductor and a provider for this team, the guys that's up under you on this team, they feel like, yo, I'm an all-star too, so I got to do my all-star part in helping these guys continue on being who they are so we can grow as a team and continue on moving how we are in the right direction, man. We got an all-star team, and ever since then, you know, them guys, you know, handling their business. It wasn't too far, about maybe 3 weeks ago, we used to, oh, man, the tough schedule is coming up. Why we think the schedule is tough, but the schedule don't get tough for them? You think them guys don't see the schedule? They see the schedule before we see it. They marking on their calendars what they do and want to do on their schedule. We just talking about what we want them to do on their schedule. They really want to see what's happening in the schedule. And it's going to continue on tonight with the Lakers. I want to smash, beat down on the Lakers. Why? Because I remember last year when we was hurt up and LeBron came to town. They tried to show us up. He tried to act all, you know what I'm saying, when we was injured and hurt and take over the game, take over the building because you in New York City. Tonight, I want us to do what we need to do to LeBron and show him up. I don't care if AD is not here. You didn't care when we was injured. You was trying to handle your business then. So I don't care that AD is not injured, that he's injured and he's not playing. I wish him the best healthiness. But far as us tonight, I don't care. I'm trying to win 4 in a row on this swing at the crib. I'm trying to continue on winning at the crib. Continue on protecting this house. Continue on proving the doubters wrong. Continue on proving to the ones that say, oh, we ain't got no signature wins and all this and that. This is a signature run we on. And yeah, I'm gonna handle the Lakers and I'm gonna handle Houston. Here to my Houston, they're a tough matchup. We're a tough damn matchup for anybody that gets in front of us. And we need to start talking like we're the tough matchup. Keep saying, listen to them other channels, listen to them other networks, listen to their games. When they tell you they get ready to play the Knicks, they don't talk like us. They talk like, Mom, man, I really don't want to go into there and play them guys. That's how they talk. But when we talk like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We the underdog and we are the tough 5. The tough 5. The best scoring 5 it is in the league. And if them guys are clicking, I don't care who you put in front of us. You can't shut nobody down for 48 minutes. You better continue on talking about 48 minutes because Commissioner, he's trying to take like 8 minutes away, have us playing 4 minutes so he can just put some more commercials in and get some more money. Commissioner, you're not slick. I see through the third eye. I see what you're doing. But we ain't trying to do. I want to see more Knicks. We rocking. I want to see the Knicks. I want to see the whole 48. And plus, if we go into overtime, man. But I'm happy where we at, man. I celebrate this team each and every day. And the championship don't come without a championship journey. These are part of the things that we're doing right now to get to a championship, the journey, you know what I'm saying? The bad contracts, the booze, the bad drafts, you know what I'm saying? The arguments we have, and you know, we should trade Mitch or we shouldn't trade. That's all part of the journey on trying to figure out what it is to become a champion. You can't have these type things going on with your team and your roster and then automatically become a championship. Remember what Derek White said when they won it last year? When he had the conversation on the mic that said, man, what we got going on, we did the right journey, we took the proper steps, and we deserve to be here. I say today as the Knicks, we are making all the proper right steps that up under Leon Rose that's leading us to a championship. You can't go through the things we've been going through the last 2 years or the 3 years since Leon been here, you know what I'm saying, up until the day without, a journey for a championship. So shout out to everybody. Like I said, we in all-star mode, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? Let's continue on, pushing and driving for this team, man. And it starts tonight at 8:30. We back on ABC, right? We back. Who we got? We got Mike Breen. We got Doris, and we got Richardson. They calling the game. Richardson is starting to be a Knicks fan. You know what I mean? I ain't never thought I see that. That's how far we come, man. How far we're getting, and how far we're going to continue going. You know what I'm saying? Until we reach that championship, man. But yeah, man, I had to come up here and rock with y'all, man. I was flying out of the car wash.
We needed that, Boogie. We needed that.
Get to the house, get my widescreen going on and everything, man. And next week, man, next Saturday, man, Barney's, man, next Saturday, man, I'm tearing the stage down, man. J Boy, gonna be in performing. Shout out to my man Tony Statue. A lot of things going on. Julito, he gonna be on the 1s and 2s. To my understanding, Lloyd Banks gonna be there too. It's gonna be a big movement, you know what I'm saying? We just rocking inside that club, you know what I'm saying? We having a crazy watch party, you know what I'm saying? Nobody going to the game, everybody just up in there, just family, you know what I'm saying, amongst ourselves, just getting together. And Boston, can't wait to see you, man. Can't wait to see you, Boston. I'm gonna handle the Lakers tonight, and I'm gonna deal with Houston on Monday.
Well, we'll see, man. I mean, hopefully, if life treats me all right, I'm better by then. Maybe I can pop out. That's dope. Shout out to Tony, man. Tony be trying to put it together, man. That's cool.
Yes, he does.
It's dope, man.
Hardest working man in the streets right now, man. Tony, aka the Statue. That's what I named him, the Statue.
Shout out to him, man. I hear you, Double A. Shout out to him. Appreciate you, Kareem Grant. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said Boogie cooking right now. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you, man. Shout out to Pen Grill in the chat. I mean, sorry. Looks like Crim's dad was trying to do a gift membership for somebody, but it didn't show up. I don't see it. I don't know. It got lost in the ether, so maybe it didn't go through. Sorry, you would think when you try to do something that YouTube kind of does what it needs to do, but I don't know what happened there, my brother. But I appreciate the thought. You've been doing that for a lot of different people, and I appreciate where your mind is, man. So thank you so much for the thought.
Check your Cash App, man. I seen yourself for your Cash App, man, probably about an hour and a half ago, man. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you eating gummies and all that, man. Make sure you got the vitamins and all that.
Oh, man. Y'all been too good, man. I appreciate, man. Y'all don't got to do this stuff, and I love the love that everybody shows. I appreciate like that's the reason why I even think to share. Like I said, most people, especially I'm watching how some of these people move, and there's certain people you don't know nothing about. I'm like, all right, well, that's how they rock. I'm like, I talk to y'all, and some of y'all I talk to like offline. So I'm like, I'm going to share what's going on because it's affecting me. If it's affecting me, it's going to affect how I do things, and y'all should know. Because the other thing too is I just want to say real quick, guys, listen, we're in a real, like, society has changed. It ain't what it used to be. It's always been, you got to work for what you're going to get. You got to put in the time and put in the effort. Yeah. But, we older. I mean, should I say I'm older? And when I was young, I was grown. The stuff that we used to be able to do and get away with.
You got to look at me when you say, oh.
I wasn't.
That's because you're the leader. You're the leader of the pack.
I'm about to say, I looked at the top whole row.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't say old. You don't say old. You don't say old, Double A. You say vintage.
Vintage. Okay.
I'm vintage, man.
Vintage.
Like a fine wine, baby.
So that top row got more numbers than the Knicks put up.
Right.
I got D's too.
The whole row make me and Boogie look 25 a pop. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, I am 25.
I got D's too.
You got the guns. I know you do. So what I wanted to say is, we can't do things the way we used to. unfortunately, you know, my wife has got on me a bunch of times about this. Like I said, I've been pushing myself a little too much. Not now. I've calmed down, but it don't matter because the damage is already done. I spent many a nights up to like 3, 4 in the morning working on different things for the show. You know, if you follow me that closely, some people be up. You know, I'll be putting up thumbnails at 3, 4 in the morning instead of doing it at a more manageable time. You know, and these type of things, they do catch up to you. And unfortunately, I'm not a spring chicken. And so it looks like it might have caught up to me. So I'm just telling y'all, life is life. Do what you got to do, but take care of yourselves. Make sure you get your rest and your sleep. The only person up here in this panel that might be able to get away with that right now is Sam. But Sam, I want you to continue to do what you got to do, brother. And I wanted to say this too before. Jay Boogie, could you imagine, bro? We've been rocking forever. You see, Sam is about to graduate, bro. In May, he about to be out of here. It's nuts. It's wild, man. Crazy. Shout out to you, Sam, once again, man.
Yeah, you gotta celebrate him, man. You know, that's you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's our baby boy turning into a grown man and soon to be, you know what I'm saying, more and more he's getting ready to have a professional career. Whatever it is, he's going to be a business owner. You know, he's going to be you know, if not, you know, a father one day. He's going to be a husband one day. He's already a great son. You know, I don't know about siblings or whatever, but I know he's a great friend, a great guy, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to watch, you know, watch his movement and not basketball, watch him how he, you know, he mazed through, you know, the YouTube channels and grew up through the YouTube channels and follow him through his college, you know, and everything, and him graduate, you know, it makes me feel proud, you know what I'm saying, to be able to view those great things, you know, because, you know, be honest with you, I got a little one. She's getting ready to be 7, you know. I don't know what God's plan is, you know, later on in life. If I'm gonna be able to see, you know, when she becomes that age, you know, I don't know these things. That's God's choice, you know what I mean? So if I'm never blessed again with a blessing from God, I just know that I'm blessed so many times already. And Sam is another part, you know, Jay Boogie, that, you know, being able to see this guy, you know, receive his blessings and continue on growing as, you know, as a man inside this society, man. So yeah, shout out to Sam, man. That's our baby boy, you know. That's
man.
our baby boy.
Yo, Sam,
Another
man,
future
Hey,
lawyer.
J-Bug.
God bless you in all your endeavors, brother. I think you want to become a lawyer,
Hey, J-Bug.
if I'm not wrong. And you know what, man? I think that's a blessing, man. And I think that just continue to do what you're doing, keep your eyes on the prize, and don't
Hey,
let
Juan, can I
anyone
say
tell you otherwise.
something?
Yeah, hold on one second, Chris. I got you.
Yeah, and then you know, and you know what, brother, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let, you know, a lot of times in life, I had so many great things going, and I would lose focus, or I would run with the wrong people, or, you know, it would be a girl that caught my eye, or something, or especially my music career. You know, I was smoking and drinking and doing all these things. Sam, man, so when I look at you and I look at my son who's 20, almost 4 years old, working all day, coming to church with me on Sundays now. You know, life has done changed around, man. It's a beautiful thing to see people do this stuff. And you know what? Whether we're talking about how Ron feels or we're talking about Boogie, yo, that's a blessing. I hope that Bank shows up and all that. So congratulations on that. Or Sam being a lawyer, man, this is what Knicks family is about. We're supposed to be lifting each other up. That's what life's about. We each one teach one and love and lift others up, man. All this negativity in the world, there's too much of that anyway. Should never be right here in these boxes.
Right, 100%, 100%, man.
All right, I'm gonna slow mine down now. I just want to say.
Oh no, yeah, you know, I got you.
I'm listening.
Chris. So listen, man, I have a little rule, not lately because we got so much going on. I'm about to open up the phone lines for a little bit. But usually I only have 6 people up here on the panel. But for you, Chris, I'll make an exception to give you some time to say what you want to say. Don't worry. Even if you ever see us up here and you see 6 people up here, you could always ask for the link. I'll still send it to you, buddy. Okay. So what's up?
Thank you, Juan. I just wanted to come up here to give a shout out to my brother. I haven't seen him in a while, J Boogie. I just want to give a shout out to him with 3 capital S's.
Yes.
And
Capitalize.
I'm I'm a Thunder fan and a Knicks fan, but I think the Knicks are gonna go on a 14-game winning streak. I said it on right here, a
Nice.
14-game winning streak.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I love you, J Boogie. I hope you're doing good, brother.
Man, I love you too, Chris, man. You just don't know how much you really, really made my
Hey,
day. And I gotta call you, Chris. I haven't called you in a year, and for me to see you, you know what I'm saying? You really, really making my day, man. For real, for
and
real.
before I go, J Boogie, do you mind dropping your number in the private chat? I'm fixing to get out of here. Love you, brother.
All right, I'll make sure I do that. Let me do that right now.
Yeah, but Chris,
Thank you for letting me on here.
I'll drop you down, but don't leave before you get the private, because once you leave the whole thing, you won't be able to see the private chat anymore. So I'll drop you down and wait for J Boogie to put it in the private chat for you, okay?
All right, thank you, Ron.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, man, Chris is a good guy. Yeah, I just wanted to say, once again, man, thank you to everybody who's always continued to support the show and support everybody. Yeah, man, we can't. Everybody's in this together. The Knicks are, they have to believe in one another. The coaches, the players, as fans, we got to believe in what they're putting together for us, that they can get it right, and then we can be proud of them. Like, because the bottom line is, we don't know if they're going to win a championship this year or next year, but if we can feel like, hey, man, that's our team. We know that they put everything out there. We can root behind this team. I don't care what nobody says. This is our team, and we got a chance. As long as we feel like that, I think we're good. And the same thing with us, just being here talking on the panel, how everybody shows up for each other, and just is wishing everybody to do the best, and we all want to just succeed. We want to be around, enjoy our lives. We also want to see the Knicks win a championship together. What a beautiful thing, man. I can't tell you how excited and on cloud nine I would be if the Knicks win a championship this year or next year, and I'm able to go watch the parade at the Canyon of Heroes and watch the Knicks roll down there and see all my peoples, all my still Knicks fans family and other Knicks fans out there. I would go crazy. That would be just phenomenal. That would be like the best experience ever. And I hope that we get to experience that as a unit, man. It'd be great. It'd be dope. But before we continue, let me just say once again, shout out to my guy Parrish Duggar. Said if Tibbs focused on developing, we'd have enough now. Well, hey, you're not wrong. Or at least if the front office focused on developing a little bit more, if we had a developmental coach that was in place that they believed in, I mean, that would be nice. Maybe, but listen, hey, guys, everything is happening on the fly. You got 2 new players in the starting lineup. Everybody's gelling. You're trying to figure out what your bench is. I know people don't want to hear this. I guess it's time for me to say it. I may not say it too much, but here's the bottom line.
Say,
if we don't win this year, we might be in better shape to win next year. Sometimes you can want to put together the right team. You could say, we're ready to contend. Let's go make these moves. It don't always happen that first year.
So we need to make the finals.
It would be great. It would be great if we could.
We need to make the Eastern Conference Finals, though.
No, I agree. And I think this Knicks team has enough that they can. I mean, look at what's going on in the league right now. All this stuff, the ups and downs, all the Knicks fans feeling a certain way about this team. We third.
But let me ask you a question. If we're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals, tell me that we – okay, because now I'm hyped. We all agree, right? We all agree Eastern Conference Finals is a definite goal, at least one of them, right?
Yeah.
We could have did it last year, but got hurt the whole thing. So this year we're in better shape. We should make it, no problem, right?
Well, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we have a just as good chance as we did last year. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I think we have a better chance.
I think we have a better
That's what I said. That's what I was saying. So we have a better chance this year than we had last year. And last year, we had a bunch of people hurt. We had about 6 players. Now we're playing with 9, 10 players, whatever it is. And we have 2 starting starters. And I think what Boog was saying is that we got people who are going to about to be in the all NBA teams, you know, first teams and second teams and all those other things. So I'm just wondering, and I agree with you, Ron. I mean, you look, I'm a Mets fan. Every year I think, you know, I keep waiting and waiting and waiting. But so what I'm saying to you is this: if we all agree that we can get to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, you don't think that we could beat Boston and Cleveland to get to the finals? Now, if we get to the finals, that would be a tough, heartbreaking thing because they got some good teams in the West, but we've taken OKC. We should have won that game. We took our foot off their neck in that game. We had them in that game, no problem, and we beat all the other teams, minus, if I'm correct, the team Dallas that went to the chip last year. But we beat all three number one teams that were tied for number one last year, and we beat and like we did it. Like I said, in the last couple of games, now with Memphis and the people who are in second place and all that, we have hit record NBA numbers beating them. So if we get to the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe we could beat Boston. I believe that Cleveland's playing above their ability.
I'm gonna say this: you might not even see Boston or Cleveland in the finals in the East,
or that
depending on who they match up with. Matchups make a difference in who we play and who they play.
Indiana.
Yeah, you know,
it could be whoever.
You know, it all depends on who the matchup is. Not saying that they're not that they're not high stakes like we should be. You know what I mean? But you get Boston against the Magic or something like that. You get Cleveland against Atlanta that been beating up on Cleveland this year. You know, just saying, just throwing it out there.
And also, Atlanta
regular season is different than regular season is way different than the playoff.
100%. So my question to you is, if it's Eastern Conference or bust for most people, because I do agree with you, Ron. I don't want to take it out of context. I just wanted to add a little to it. I do agree with you that this team is if we did that last year, then this team's goal has to be what you said.
Right.
But if I believe we are good enough to at least go to the Eastern Conference Finals and then take it possibly to the finals. So if we go to the finals and we play OKC or we play whoever and we lose it, I'd still rather get to the finals than Eastern Conference or bust. But yes, I do. I'm not disagreeing with you, but do you see what I'm saying to you? Like, I do believe that's a really, really cute dog. I love dogs. I do believe that it's Eastern Conference or bust, but I do believe that we are definitely good enough to make it to the finals, in my opinion. In the East. Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's more of just the Knicks are exceeding. If you want to think about it like this, there's nothing wrong with it to say this. The Knicks may be in a position that they're exceeding timeline expectations. Like, everything is happening pretty quickly. I know for some, for Knicks fans who haven't won a championship in 50 years, it doesn't seem like anything's happening fast. But when
why are you looking at me?
I'm just saying, when you think about what this team has actually put together, everything's happening pretty fast. So if it could happen this year, but if it doesn't happen, that doesn't mean we're in bad shape, because it could happen the next year. But I just wanted to put that out there, just so some people just can look at it like the steps have been working. Every year the Knicks have gotten better, and if it wasn't for the fact that we were so hurt last year, we might have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and that would have been a step. And then this year we could have said, well, now it's finals or bust. You know what I mean? Like, but we just haven't got there yet. And then the other thing too is what Scott brought up. Like, I don't love everything that's happening here. That's why I don't want to say it's automatic Eastern Conference a bust, because I do feel like the way things are happening, it's real weird what's going on with Boston lately. It's real weird that Cleveland has played so well this year so far. But if things happen a certain way and people fall, Milwaukee goes on a run, they move up, the Knicks continue to play the way they were playing, they move up, guys drop in the standings. The Knicks might face Cleveland or Boston in the second round. And there's no guarantee that you could just say the Knicks are definitely going to beat this team and go straight to the Eastern Conference. That's why I just wanted to put that out there, because normally the way we look at this is we'd say the Knicks will be in position that they'll get maybe the second seed or something like that, or whatever. Maybe
the first.
They wouldn't have to worry about playing Boston until the finals, or maybe even Cleveland if they're that good to the finals.
Right.
The way things are shaking out, anything could happen, and the Knicks might wind up playing one of these two teams in the second round. And it just I'm just putting that out there. Anything can happen.
No, you're right. And I mean, that's kind of why we fought hard to get into the second seed last year.
Correct, because it's very important. That second seed matters.
Right, because that whole setup with but it was ironic actually, because now you're talking about the way we set it up enabled us to play Embiid, who enabled him to pull down Mitch. So but I mean, it is what it is. I agree. But my whole point is that if we were one game away, if we were like good enough to do it last year, and we're better off now where we are, I just want everybody to know that, like, I think my heart would hurt more if we made it to the finals and we lost than the Eastern Conference Finals and lost.
Like 99 and.
But the layup, the layup. No, just put it in. Just dunk it, damn it.
Yeah, that's tough. Hold on one second, guys. Shout out to Crim.
You know what that is?
Appreciate what it is. Shout out to Crim's dad. Appreciate you, my brother. He said not sure if it was canceled. Yeah, I don't know if it got canceled or not, but once again, like I said, I appreciate where your heart was and your mind and what you've been doing to help this channel. I appreciate you believing in Still Knicks fans and what we got going on, man. So thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for the generous super chat, brother. Appreciate you once again. Yeah, man. Smash that like button, guys. Man. My mouse is acting funky today. Maybe the batteries are dying. Yeah, smash that like button if you haven't already done so, guys. Please show your love. And if you don't know what it looked like, it looked a little something like this. Yeah, please smash that like button. Show your love. Once again, I want to shout everybody out today. Thank you, guys. Let me put the phone line thing up there real quick. Just in case if there's anybody who wanted to call in a little bit. Like I said, this is going to be condensed. I got a little bit more time in me, but I'm going to get out of here soon because I need to rest. Better for my mental. So here we go. And then let me just move this off the screen. Thank you once again, Crim's dad. So the number is 347-305-7280. Once again, that's 347-305-7280. And let me turn on the phone lines. That would be helpful, no? Yeah.
Man, I hope you get like a 6-hour nap in, bro.
Dude, you and me both, man. I need it. I just give me
some of that calm, man. I'm telling you, bro. It works, and it's good for anxiety too, because I was prescribed benzodiazepines because I went through some stuff, and I had to try to get off of it. But that's what helped me, bro.
I hear you. Well, I'm gonna look into it, bro. Like I said, send me. Well, I'm remembering it, but send it to me anyway.
Hey, after the call, I'm gonna ride up. I got some calls I gotta take, but I want to hear who the caller got to say.
No doubt. Hey, caller, you are on live with SKF. Know the Ledge. Your name and where you're from.
Hey, Ron. This is Christopher from Oklahoma again.
Oh, hey, Chris.
I just want to say, I think my Thunder are gonna win all, but I do have the Knicks going to the finals this year. I said it.
Okay. I appreciate that, Chris. Listen, your Thunder are really good. I'm happy for you that you can be in Oklahoma and have a team like that to root for. It's nice, to see a team.
I've been a Knicks fan since Carmelo Anthony was on the team.
Oh, really? That long, Kerry? Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
And by the way, before you hang up, can I come back on panel again?
Well, you know what?
I'll leave.
Yeah, I'm going to step down anyway.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay.
I don't think that he got your number, brother, because he got off.
Oh, you forgot. That's what it is. Oh, all right. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, the number is there. He put it in the chat for you, but you left too soon. Okay, you can come back to get the number. No problem.
Well, God bless you all. I talk to y'all, man. Next showing somewhere else on the YouTube, man. Y'all have a great, marvelous continue the rest of y'all day. And I gotta touch y'all up too. Shy Positive, touch y'all up today. I know y'all going live, so I'll be sending y'all something. And y'all have a blessed one. Let's get a victory tonight. Shout out to the chat. We can't be a panel without the chat. God bless us to everybody.
Blessings. We'll holler too.
Appreciate you, my brother.
I'm gonna slide out too, Unc. Hope y'all have a blessed day. I gotta head out because we got essentially homecoming for Marquette. We got a big game against UConn today, so I'm about to slide out.
Nice.
Blessings to y'all. Y'all stay safe. And I'll try to get on, like I say, more often, but you never know what happens here. But blessings to you guys.
Listen, man, you just keep focused on doing what you got to do, brother. We right here for you. We happy in your success and watching it happen.
Sam, real quick, I may get your number from Ron. I don't know how to get to the private chat over here. I only see it when it pops up. So I may get your number if it's okay with you. I just want to ask you a stupid question. I'm going to ask you a stupid question. But anyway, I'm going to get it from Ron, okay? All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I got it. Sam, shout out to the caller. Thank you for tuning in. This is SKF Know the Ledge. Your name and where you're from.
Hey, Jay, here's my other one.
Ron. This is Silk Sutton from Brooklyn.
Hey, Jay, here's my other one.
All right. Hold on 1 second, Silk. I'll be right with you. Give me a second. We're getting everything happen at the same time.
Yeah, man, there's so much going on. That's a beautiful dog, too. Yo,
happy birthday.
Double A, put your number in the private chat. I'm going to hit you up. I want to talk about a couple of remedies that I have also I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Right,
let me put this link
out. I'm sorry, Ron.
No, you good. Chris, if you're watching, I'm putting the link out right now for you. All right, so you can jump back in. Jay Boogie's message is still there in the private chat waiting for you, so you can come see it and take down the information. Okay. All right. So let me get back to the caller and let me switch this up a little bit. Man, this all right. I'm just gonna use the regular thing. This mouse thing is stressing me out right now. What is going on with this mouse?
I feel like we're playing like 3-card Monty over here. What's happening? Over there, I'm over here.
Okay, here we go. All right. Silk, what's going on, my brother?
What's going on, Pete? What's going on, panel, chat? Long time.
What's happening, brother? What's happening?
You're right. I got something for you. I put it in the chat. You might have missed it. I saw a thing because you're saying, why would y'all give up for Deuce? Now, understand. I'm a Deuce lover. I don't want to give up nothing to Deuce. Especially, I see his handle is improving. He's still dominantly dribble from the right. He ain't got no crossover dribble from the left, but he's working on that. He looks quicker than as a rookie. He getting in the paint, doing layups on people and stuff. So I don't want to move Deuce. But I heard, I think it was Knicks Nation Media, say they did a trade saying Mitch Robinson and Sims go to the Lakers. We get Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, and Javonte Green. And to make the money work, the Pelicans. Now, I don't want to do this, but that helps us. That would eliminate our issues with size. Because basically, you get Javonte Green, who's 6'5", Jackson Hayes, who's 6'11", Hachimura, who's 6'8". So that improves our size on the bench. But the heart pain is Deuce. I don't want to lose Deuce. If he proves this handle, then I could see him as the backup point guard with that kind of size. But that. What do your guys think on that?
What was the trade again?
Ron, that's the one I told you about yesterday, Shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson and Sims go to the Lakers. We get Rui Hachimura, the 6'8", their backup center, Jackson Hayes, and Javonte Green from the Pelicans, and we give Pelicans Deuce.
I even think we get they even said there was like a second rounder in there for us as well.
Yeah, you get compensation.
Yeah, we get compensation as well, like two picks.
Right.
That's interesting because I mean, I'm not mad at Rui. Rui's an interesting piece. You know, he has his moments that he can really do some things out there. The Jackson Hayes things is basically just a better version of Jericho Sims.
Yes. Coach Moore gets down though.
Yeah. And then you also get Green. Ooh. Yeah. Oh no. It's not the
I'm so sorry about that, Ryan. I forgot.
No, you're all right. So it's Mitch. Who was it? Mitch and who else?
It goes
that's a tough one to say no to, man. I gotta tell you. The Deuce part I'm not loving, but to get Green,
right,
you get Jackson Hayes, who's like I said, he's a more aggressive than Sims. They both jump out the gym. They played at the same college.
He's a bigger body. He's got a bigger body than like thicker on his.
Right, and then you get
Rui. Muscle, but weight.
Yeah, and then you get Rui.
$4 million. Because this is $4 million, so I was trying to see who could we put in replace the Deuce, but we had to give up a bunch of our rookies to replace Deuce.
Yeah.
Do you mean Mitch and you were trying to figure out how it would work out not using Deuce?
Right, because Mitch is 14.3, Sims is 2.0, Rui is 17, Jackson Hayes is 2.4, and Javonte Green is 2.0. So that's why Deuce got to be thrown in it.
Yeah.
Because if you're just trying to do Jackson Hayes, because the Rui makes more money than any of the guys we giving out. So we got to make up that money.
Right.
So we got to actually give more than what we're taking back to not get into that luxury tax.
Hold on one second. Chris, do you see it? I put it. Jay Boogie already had it there, but I just put it there again for you. Okay, you see it. All right, good.
All right,
good. Okay, go ahead, Silk. My bad.
Yeah,
So
I
don't know. Oh no, yeah. I was just gonna say I don't know.
Yesterday I saw this trade. I saw it when they were talking about.
You in the Matrix, Jay.
All right, I'll be quiet then. Go ahead.
You back.
I think that's a tough one, man, because that's not a bad trade, guys. I know some fans would be like, who are these dudes? Like, they don't move the needle. But do they? I mean, or don't they? Like the combination of having these guys coming off your bench, having a Rui Hachimura, having a Green. I'm not even thinking about Jackson Hayes, but I understand that like I said, he's a better version of Sims. It's not bad. It's not, and you're not giving up a lot to get it done. Deuce is probably be the only piece that you say you have a hard time parting with, but you won't be devastated behind it. It's not horrible, guys. It's not a horrible move. Not a horrible move.
The actual full.
I was wondering about that.
Now?
I'll let you get off the chat so you can finish talking about that. I want to get your opinions on that.
All right. No doubt. So right, we're going to continue to talk about it, brother. I thank you for the call, though. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, fellas.
All right, man.
All right, brother. The actual full trade was the three teams: Lakers, Knicks, Pelicans. I do agree with what you said, Ron, with the Jackson Hayes, but he's a big boy. When he has had his chance to play when people were hurt in the past, he has played very well. In more minutes. It's kind of like what you said earlier with the more minutes with Kamara. When you have more minutes, this is what you could do. However, we're talking about a team that has finally gelled that now needs to come up off that consecutive minute stuff. This helps Jackson Hayes might help the consecutive minutes part with having just that 6'10", 6'11" person come in for a few minutes with the rebounding and stuff like that. Now, Huchamora or Hukamera or however you say his name. He got busy with the Wizards. He's in the starting lineup now with the Lakers, and he plays very well. And then you also get back Javante, and that I know that's tough for McBride, but with Javante you get 2 second-round picks also. So now you're talking about 3 players, more capital, on the back end of that, and it's tough. I'm gonna tell you this. I would do it. I would do it. I would do it because of now you're talking about a rotation that possibly is 10 instead of 9. Now you're talking about people instead of 35, we're talking about 32, 31, 30 minutes, right? And when you go deep into the playoffs, you're going to need that.
Right.
And also, as much as I love Deuce, he has on and off nights. I do believe that type of people, and I think that some of those contracts are going to expire eventually, which would then let you have more room to do some more things. So it was tough because you also get the 2 picks. You get 3 people for 2 people plus 2 picks. And I was discussing this actually with here.
Yeah, this is interesting.
With Shah, I was talking to him yesterday.
How do you feel about this, Shah?
I mean, as a fan, you hate it. As to talk about it as a content creator, yeah, I think I might think about doing it. You're picking up a center, a power forward, and a shooting guard. I mean, for Deuce, Mitch, who was it? Deuce, Mitch, and Precious?
No, Deuce, Mitch. I mean, no.
Deuce and Mitch.
Just Deuce and Mitch. Yeah, I think I would do it.
Mitch and Sims.
I think I would. The only thing with that deal, it pushes you to 15 players now, because right now we have 14 players. You send out 2 more players, that makes it 14. That makes it 12. Then you pick up 3 players, so that closes out your roster. That's the 15-man roster. For that 15-man roster, I mean, you get a steadfast guy that can work as a center, like you said, a better Sims in the second unit, and that means that you still retain Precious. Not what you're going to do with Precious, you know what I mean? Because of Hachimura. Hachimura I like Hachimura for a long time, and if he could appear on the Knicks, he's definitely getting 24, 26 minutes. He is a defender, shooter, break to the basket, and will throw it on you type guy. And I already talked about Javante Green. I like him in that spot. There's so many trades with getting Javante Green. The straight up Sims deal and all that stuff. So, I mean, would it make the team stronger? Not at first. It went because they would have to get acclimated to the system. So we would have to take a step back. Could we win some games with them trying to learn the system? Of course we can, but we could also lose some games as well. Right. So I would like to see something like that. That would be something to think about. You got enough time for these guys to get acclimated to Tom Thibodeau's system. Hachimura is a defender. Green is a defender. And I mean, I don't know much. I've seen him play, but I don't really know much about the center. I know. Like you said, the games that I've seen him play, he plays like a Jericho Sims like type, in that spectrum. So I would consider it. And you get two second round picks. Those are like gold right now. They're more valuable than the first round picks right now.
Exactly.
Everybody with this cap situation is loving second round picks now. You don't even hear that many picks. Trades happening with first round picks now. You're hearing this guy and 3 second round picks, this guy and 5 second round picks, and so on and so forth. So it's something to think about. I like Deuce. I think Deuce is a great piece here. It all depends on. I mean, if this would be the trade that they would make, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah. It's a tough one, but it's not tough to be like, nah. You know what I mean? I know some people are like, nah, but it's like, this is not that bad, guys. I got to tell you, like,
It's definitely not an instant no.
Yeah, it's not an instant no. This is like, this
Right.
is what you got to think about.
100%.
But I will tell you, after just kind of looking real quickly at Jackson Hayes, I mean, he ain't that. He's not that good. He's close to the Jericho Sims than you might want to admit. I'm looking at them; they're very similar, very, very similar. So I actually wouldn't even care so much about the Jackson Hayes part of the trade. I'd be more interested in the Green and the Rui Hachimura part.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Who's better, Hachimura or Precious?
I think Precious. I think no, you know why? Because I think Rui has the ability, like when he's going, he can be better than Precious. But Precious got a better, like, you know, it's like these little things you have to look at players. Like Precious' motor is he goes and gets it. You know what I mean? He's a strong player. Like, and Rui is this, sometimes he don't show up, but Rui can do it. Like we've seen, like Rui in the playoffs, Rui did some things. It's just that Rui don't always show up, but he got it. I just like talent to talent, Rui's more talented, but Precious just right now seems to be a little bit
in the system.
Yeah,
He already knows
he's in the system. He's in the system.
And he has a better engine, I think, too. I agree with that. But I'll tell you one thing. You know, if you ever wanted to go big, or if you did this instantly, then maybe you could do something for Precious for somebody else, too. If you did it instantly. And this is why I'm talking. That's why I asked.
I don't know, man, because it's the money, too. Like, the Knicks going to figure out how to do this without, you know, avoiding
that with that cap. That's right. They've been doing it all year. They've been lucky, $1 here, extra dollar here, doing all these moves. You know, trading 5 players for someone that we never thought, as a Knicks fan, never thought he was going to get Mikel. Who knew that we was going to get Cat this year? I mean, we talked about it, but me and Devon, when it was just me and Devon talking about it, it was only about Mitch. We talked about the Mitch and Cat. And I mean, I like that trade. You know what I mean? But they wouldn't take Mitch. They wanted Devo. So who thought we was gonna get OG last year? Right. You know what I mean? You know, the sleeper pick 3 years ago was Josh Hart. And I mean, no way they were like, Josh Hart, Villanova, we know what he do. He could grab some rebounds for a 6'4" rebounder. Now he's top 15 in the league, I think.
and we robbed them for him.
Right. So, you know, the Knicks have been doing some phenomenal things in these last couple of years. If you're a Knicks fan, if you ain't paying attention to what this front office has done for you, man, you know what I mean? I think they'll make a good move if the move is valid for them to stay under the cap, because the like you said earlier, Ron, the plan is for next year as well. You know, we want to get there. If we get just a little bit of something there, maybe we stay fast and hold on to Mitch, and Mitch come back and he look beautiful. Now we can sell him for $12 million and put him with a Deuce or Kolick or Pattier or somebody, and get somebody that we really need on this team that can go the longevity to learn Tom Thibodeau's system so he could get into that circle of trust with Tom Thibodeau. That might be the idea. I mean, I think we're going to go far this year. I mean, it's all about matchups for me.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I'm with you, man. Like, you know, you gotta obviously take a look at all the avenues, right? Explore all the possibilities and see what could work. But, you know, it's a process, and you just got to stick with it. And then hopefully the Knicks continue to do the right thing and put us in a great position as fans to root for this team and watch what they're doing. Because it's all good as long as we let it happen. But the impatience can take its toll sometimes.
Facts.
Yeah, I think we okay. I think this trade is something that you would have to consider. I'm not saying I would do it, but I would definitely consider it because it's got some stuff. But Ala Wise said something that is very important too. The great thing about this is, you know what? You're on the fence about a certain player. Hey, guess what? Lakers is coming to town. Take a look at him tonight. You know what I mean? Because if Rui don't look good tonight, you already know, oh, this is why you want to get rid of him, huh? Because he don't hustle, or he ain't really Like I will say, the thing about Rui is it's always been about potential. When he was with Washington, one of my best friends was like, "Oh, this Rui Hachimura kid, watch out, he's going to be a good one." And he just never really materialized when he was with Washington. I don't know what it was. They decided to let him go. He goes to the Lakers, and he did have a really good playoff performance. He played great in those playoffs, but ever since then, time flies. He hasn't really taken the next step to become like a vaulted person. Like, oh, this is a dependable guy, a part of your starting lineup or something that, that it just hasn't happened. So I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit more than meets the eye with Rui. And so do you want to put yourself in a position to go get that same type of guy that just never really reaches their full potential? When you need to depend on them, they're not there. And then you wind up trading guys that, you don't really lose a bunch, but if Mitch comes back healthy, Lakers can win a championship with Mitch. And then we all like, damn it, because the Lakers are a funky team. You just never know with that Laker team. You give them an inch and they'll take.
I mean, look how many times these guys been on. What they top 5 in the East? I mean, in the West, something like that. They got to be top 5 just because of the stardom from LeBron and AD. They like top 5. Surprisingly, I thought they were going to drop down this year because guys getting older and older. Nah, they ain't doing. They did that, and they made some trades.
Right, they picked up Finney Smith. They got rid of Russell. Right, they did a lot of things.
They made some trades too, so they're trying to get better. They see something. You can't, like you say, you can't count out LeBron. You can't count him out. And he's showed that all his seasons. I think he done made it into the playoffs like every year that he's been in the NBA almost. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm pretty sure he's been in almost every playoffs. Maybe he made him miss 2,
I think.
Maybe
1 or 2.
Yeah, maybe 2. Maybe. And I'm just like trying to think of the year. Maybe in his early part when he was 18, 19 in Cleveland.
He missed
maybe,
1.
Maybe in Cleveland. Every other place that I can remember, he's won. He's been to the finals. Even coming back to Cleveland. As a matter of fact, wasn't the first. No, that was with Kyrie in the second year, something like that.
No, the one that he won, the one that he went all the way. Kyrie wasn't on that team when he went.
No,
when he took off that jersey,
I can't remember.
The thing. I don't believe.
Yeah,
so.
I remember that. That I remember. That's what I was trying to. I thought that was with Kyrie, so it wasn't.
I don't think so.
Didn't he win with Kyrie though? Right? He won with Kyrie though, right? Didn't Kyrie? Kyrie got a ring from Cleveland. Right, when he came back. Okay.
Yeah, he won with Kyrie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But so here's the real question, right? Okay, I'm sorry, Ron.
No, don't forget. You're gonna forget.
I probably because I'm old and I've been through a lot. I just went to the Cancer Institute, and I forgot the question you gave me already. Yesterday I did some things, so I'm a little blurry and tired. But the truth is, so the date is next Saturday, right? Is that the day? When is the day?
Trade deadline?
Next Sunday?
Thursday. Isn't it Thursday? The 6th or something like that, right? I think it's midweek. End of the week.
Yeah, it's the 6th. Thursday.
The Thursday, Thursday.
Okay, so then this is the last show. Next time we talk, we'll be talking about the squad going for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So the question I would like to impose myself, whatever. Suggest is you, and I think it was brought up the other night. If you can, and it's good, are you trading Mitch? Is it going to happen? And if you do, who you getting? And I think that's really the real question. It's not Deuce. It's not really all these other players, because like that thing that was brought up the other that the Silk brought up, that was a possible question, not necessarily sure it was an NBA insider question. It was more of a content creation question. So, but this whole Mitch thing has been a real thing all year, right? So, when they asked me, I said, first I said, can I say maybe? And then I said yes. Yes, if the right player comes back. I'm definitely going to get rid of Sims. And if we could get Javonte, whatever, for Sims, I'll do that right now.
But in that small forward position.
Right. And then
that's what I want.
What about Mitch? Are you getting rid of Mitch for... And then maybe you could go down the line really quick if you want. Like, are you getting rid of Mitch for Valanciunas?
So I honestly don't think the Knicks are going to be able to make a trade to move Mitch by the deadline. I just think they are going to see that they're not going to get the value that they want to get for him without giving up more than they want to give up. And I think that's what's going to keep them from being able to trade him. I think he's just put himself in a bad spot. The Knicks are in a bad spot with Mitch. He's not a really good trade piece at the moment because of his health and these setbacks. And I just think that for an NBA team to take a shot with him, you have to be tanking or something like they said. And then, that only leads you to certain teams. And as much as I made a case for Valanciunas, I think there's too many other people that have made a case against him. And I can't fault them because it's true. He is a turnstile. Like, he gets cooked defensively for even being a big man, and he's older. He's slow. He rebounds, and he gives you points. And I told you, I'd much rather have something than nothing. Like, Mitch is giving us nothing. Why not have a guy that come off the bench that can give us some points and give us some rebounds? But you have to give him minutes, right? And to get minutes, you got to take minutes from someone else, which I would say he gets the minutes first before Precious does. Problem is, Precious actually gives us some stuff defensively. He hustles. He's active. And so, I don't know if the organization and Tibbs specifically is going to say, this is better for us right now. He may say, and to what you just said, I'd rather just do a smaller trade Jericho Sims and bring in a Javonte Green. Like, that might help us more than what we're talking about. And we just tough it out, man. And we get Mitch back, we are going to be cooking. If we get Mitch healthy, we'll be cooking. Right. If not, we better off just waiting, because then we're stuck. Like, you don't want to give up too much. You had no choice for Cat. You had to do it. They want Dante. Okay, but who we're talking about now is not on no level on the line. Right. To the, you know what I mean? So you ain't forced to give up these other extra players. Right. So, thing, yeah. So I just don't think they're going to be able to move them by the trade deadline. That's my own opinion. If they do it, I'll be like, wow, unbelievable. Because, the one thing about Leon Rose, they do surprise us.
Yes, they do.
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. What about you, Shai?
I'm right there with you, Ron. For me right now, I think as long as they've been pushing back Mitch to come back on the court, and it may be just the front office and Mitch pushing back on the front, to get back on the court, just for this same reason. I think that if they wanted to trade him, they would have got him traded already, I believe. We've been in trade season for almost a month now. They had some plans on moving on from Mitch. I think they would have already attacked it. They usually, Leon Rose in particular, has usually moved early in the trade, not so much late. I don't remember no late ones. Everything been January, December. They got Josh Hart in like December. They got OG in like New Year's, January, December. Around that time. These guys have been coming, early. Late now, it's already 6 days, 5-6 days till we see what the outcome's going to be. I think they hold off to him. I think they see what he comes back. They may already know what he's going to come back, and he's going to come back maybe healthier than we have seen Mitch since his younger days, and hope, like we all going to hope that Mitch
hold my breath.
That. Every time Mitch gets on the court, we're going to hope that he can stay healthy, because with Mitch on the court, teams play East and West. They don't go North and South. And a lot of things with Valanciunas for me is teams going to continue to go North and South. And I mean, Valanciunas, even though he can block some shots, but he's not Mitch. And I mean, if Mitch is healthy, you're going to see a lot of teams. You're going to see now, this is what makes it so much different when we have these wings that we have now, with Mitch on the court, contesting against the 3-point shot now. You know what I mean? Because ain't too many people that I remember go down to contest Mitch. You know, go down and try to throw it on Mitch. Nah, you don't see that often. I think in the last couple of years, I think maybe Giannis did that to Mitch, threw it on him when Mitch went up to try to block the shot. That's about it. I don't remember Mitch being opposed to anybody else.
I did it one time.
I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. You know what I mean? So, but with that being said, with him coming back, I think it'd be a minor move. It'd be something minor. Maybe get off maybe make it to the 15-man roster, because we've been stagnated in that 14-man roster. We were leaving that spot open. So maybe it is a move to move Mitch and bring up the 2 guys in the G League and hope that they can come up and bring some things from the G League to the NBA. And both those players have played in the NBA. TJ Warren has played in the NBA. Yep. Okiki has played in the NBA. I mean, Okiki would probably be a really good pick because we may get to see Orlando. You know what I mean? For him to play against Orlando. You know what I mean? So, you know, putting some that making Kiki want to get out there and let's do it to them. Score like he playing in the G League just because of it's Orlando. You know, things like that. That's what I think I think the major move is moving out Sims, encapsulating that $2 million and bringing those 2 guys up to finish our roster. And they're big guys, 6'8" and 6'7". And I mean, you're talking about some size. That's some size for you with Mitch, and then to alternate with Mitch and Precious and Mikal. Every so often to see Mitch, Mikal, and with Deuce and the Pain. Come on, man. That's something that I'm hoping for. Not that if they make a move, I'll be like, oh man, you know, this team, this Leon Rose has surprised me all years long. You know what I mean? With the trades that even with the Fournier and the
Kemba
and the Kemba move. I mean, that was a last-second move. There was nothing else out there. We needed something to help us fill the roster, so they got these 2 guys. And no one thinks of it like that, but that's what happened. Everybody that they were trying to get, they couldn't get them. No one wanted to come to the Knicks. They couldn't get nobody. So, all right, this is what we're going to do this year. We messed up with a little bit of offense. Hopefully, maybe Kemba can come back and give us a spark. Maybe Fournier can come back and give us a spark. They didn't. And that was the faulted year and we still went 37 wins that year. There's only 5 games of being a 500 team. So now I think that's the move. I hope, you know what I mean? But if they do make a major move, there's a move. I got a move for y'all. Hold on. We trade with Danny Ainge, and we give up Deuce McBride, Precious Achiuwa, and Mitchell Robinson, and we get Colin Sexton, Walker Kessler, and Sway Miba. Sway, the guy that used to be here with the Knicks. Let's do
the one that has 47 letters in his last name.
Right. Swap it with the Bebop.
Yeah. He did with the Bebop. No, hey, I mean, listen, if they decide to do that,
I take that in a heartbeat.
If they decided to do that, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I know they would want more. They would definitely want.
Yeah, of course. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is.
Messing with the
Ripper. He sent me that yesterday. I lost on my. I said, we did that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. So apparently, Mo Bamba got traded. I mean, okay, all right, but good for him. He's going to Utah. All right, all right. Well,
is that a band? Is that a band?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Where he going? He going to Utah. Watch out for Kessler. Watch out for Kessler. Something might be brewing. Kessler might be. He's a center. Kessler's center. Who's the other center? They got 3 centers now. Somebody.
Laurie Marketing, right? Laurie Marketing.
And more marketing like a power forward, 6,
like a
7 foot. Yeah,
7
foot forward. But they got a center that was playing from when Kessler was hurt. I can't remember his name. And now Mamba went over there. They might be taking.
They also got that kid from Duke. Yeah.
Right, I forgot his name. Wait a minute now.
Being groomed. Yeah, sad stuff. Anyway,
That's interesting.
Know what that is?
You know what it is. Shout out to my guy Ricardo. Shout out to you, Ricardo. Good to see you, my brother, in the chat. I actually had you start because I wanted to give you a little love right now, right before things work out. He said, "Guys, when do we start dealing with the reality when it comes to Mitch and stop dealing with hypotheticals?" Dude, I don't know, man. Listen, it's. I think we all are in a situation where, listen, as much as we like Mitch, if we knew that we can go get somebody good for Mitch right now, everybody would be okay with trading him. But the problem is there's no guarantee that we can get somebody good for Mitch. And then, and also, how can you get somebody good without giving up more than you want to give up too, right? Because that's another thing. Giving up more than you want to give up is a bad thing. And then thirdly, Mitch is like one of the last of the past regime. He's a Knick, and you want to see them do well with him if he could be a part of it. There's some allegiance to Mitch in a little bit. And, bottom line is he does fit a need for the team. It's just that he's not healthy. And we don't know what he's going to be, even if he was healthy. That's everything in a nutshell. So, the hypothetical is always going to exist. The bottom line to me is not about anything else other than the fact that we just can't necessarily say we're going to trade Mitch and get something good back. That's the problem. If we knew that we're going to get something good for his talent, I think the Knicks probably already would have traded him. It's just I think there's no guarantees, man.
I don't think that he can't. Right, I don't think many people, unless they are willing to, like you said, the tankers are doing that. I think there's two versions of looking at it.
Ron?
Yeah.
Where King Vivi said that no one is Mitch at me, that's not chosen. I hear you, brother. I hear you. But the fact of the matter is that how many games has he played this year? How many games is he playing through his career with us? Yes, he's an excellent. It's not like I don't like Mitch or loved Mitch when he was here. I love to see what he could do. No one wanted to come down the lane. He was blocking everything in sight. He grabbed every rebound. It's not like I'm like
you know the best word to say for that.
I've seen it.
Jay, you know the best word to say for that. The best ability is availability. I'm a homer for Mitch too.
Yeah.
But he just ain't. He ain't. That's it. You know what I mean? As when he's on the court, he is undeniably one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Defensive minded could get you too. You know why his blocks went down? Because people wasn't contesting him. People don't say that. You know why Julius Randle got 10, 11, 12 rebounds a game? Because Mitchell Robinson blocking out two people, the Julius Randle guy and Mitchell's guy with them shoulders. The reason why Randle got so many rebounds because of Mitchell Robinson. But no one pays attention. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say. Let me not say that. But that's what I pay attention to watching that.
Right. I'm not gonna say.
What's going on, Wiz?
Hey, Wiz, listen.
What? You don't like the dance moves?
No, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing over here.
Centipede. He's doing the centipede.
Doing the robot.
I got a couple minutes. I want to get through the Lakers preview. So this is a perfect time for you to come up and talk your stuff because I am winding down. My body is like, I'm tired. So I'm just.
I'm actually really, really tired. I'm leaning like this while we talking.
No, I hear you.
Let's have this call and send my love and blessings to you and your family and everybody. So that's one primary reason. Then the Lakers thing, I'm ready for the Lakers. Let's knock it out and get you some rest, boss.
Yeah, man. So real quick before you get into it.
Nice dance too, Wiz. That was a great dance.
That was something.
Thank you very much.
Something
my singing is better.
That might put me to sleep. Shout out to Anna Grill. Appreciate you, my guy. Knicks Real Talk. Divine was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but I'm just trying to get through everything. Shout out to Humberto de Lejos in this. You know how we do. Championship contenders. Please stop trading Mitch. Jabroni Z. I know I shouted you out earlier. Shout out to my guy DJ Shuttle. Appreciate you. John Smith in the building. JJ47K in the building. George Jones is here. APAP. Appreciate you. And you see Ricardo. Listen, guys, if there's shout out to Ron Mills, E. Gibson in the building, King Ribby, appreciate you. Shout out our old head earlier. D-Ras in the building, appreciate you. Nick Yak is in here. Salute Nick Yak. Thank you. Ruben Nunez is in the building. What up, Ruben? I think I shout out Craig. What up, my guy? Good to see you. Ala Wise, of course. I think I said what's up to him earlier. Yeah, man. I think so. But if there's anybody out there that I missed, it's not for lack of trying. I'm just trying to get through. I appreciate y'all though. So anyway, real quick. Here we go. So Lakers versus the Knicks. Lakers are averaging 111 points per game. Knicks are at 117. That number has ticked up lately because they've been getting it. 41.5 rebounds for the Lakes, but that's also with them having Anthony Davis out there, who looks like he's not going to be out there tonight. Knicks are at 43.3. Assist, 26.5 for the Lakers, 27.6 for the Knicks. That's pretty much a wash. 7.5 steals versus 8 for the Knicks, pretty much a wash. 4.9 blocks. Everybody blocks better than the Knicks because we don't have a lot of blockers here. To 3.9. And then 12.8 turnovers to the Knicks 12. Pretty much a wash, but the Knicks have been really great at
really good last couple of games.
Ball over lately, man. Yeah, fantastic. 47.9 from the field. Don't look now, but the Knicks are 49.5. That field goal percentage is starting to creep up a little bit back to closer to 50, where they've been, which is fantastic.
Right.
35.3 from 3 for the Lakers. 37.9. That number really. I don't think we're going to get back to 40 where we were. We were cooking early, but listen, this is not a bad number. That's a nice number for a team. And then 79.4 from free throw line to 80.5. Obviously, we were shooting at 84 at one point, but it's kind of ticked down a little bit. It's okay. You take the good, you take the bad. Take it all. There you have. Facts of life.
Facts of life.
50.2 for the Lakers, 53 for the Knicks. The Knicks have increased their points in the paint, ever since the three ball wasn't really hitting where it was hitting. They've learned how to win without that. Chance points, 12 for the Lakers, 14.3 for the Knicks, and then fast break points, 15.8 for the Lakers and 16 for the Knicks. It's always so weird to watch this because the Knicks are so slow in pace, yet they make moves in the fast breaks. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird stats. Anyway, so that's what it looks like tonight, guys. The Knicks definitely are in a favorable position to win this game, even if the Lakers are fully healthy. But knowing that they're not fully healthy, the Knicks really just need to take care of business and get these Lakers up out of here. That's just the bottom line. There's no excuse not to continue to play the way they've been playing and get them up out of here. AP is asking, Shah, what time is Knicks Real Talk?
Says 8 o'clock, so you figure an hour and 15 minutes from 8 o'clock. Don't make me do the math. 6:45. 6:45. We'll be on at 6:45.
All right, 6:45 it is. AP. There you go. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. In the vehicle. What up, Wiz?
What up? So Lakers Knicks. By the way, the Knicks, Orleans and Lakers trade. What was that? What were the pieces? Mitch and Sims.
Oh, that trade that wasn't like a real it's a speculative trade. It wasn't a real trade that came from any insider though. But the trade was
Mitch and Deuce.
Oh,
it was Mitch,
Mitch,
Mitch Sims and Deuce.
Oh no!
I don't think Sims was involved in that.
Yeah, because they said it's Mitch and Sims to the Lakers and Deuce goes to the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Because the reason why I said it was the one say Hachimura he does have game, and it's a matter of getting his mind right. It's all mind right stuff. It's almost like iHeart was. It's the mindset. And the reason why I wouldn't put Deuce in there, but I would consider, and people keep on talking about Precious. Precious is really valuable this year, but I'm telling you, his contract is expiring.
Yeah.
And people said Boucher was expiring, but that's next year. We can't afford Precious this year. I'm telling you, Precious will be lost like iHeart. And so I'm worried about that a little bit, which is why I would do the trades that would involve Precious. sorry, Mitch. I would take, I'm sorry, the injury potential is too high for me. But tonight's game, we got to watch Hachimura when he plays. The kid can play. He got serious talent. So tonight's game, Knicks Lakers. Of course, LeBron James got to be careful, but I just can't see if we're playing the way we played, especially against Denver, how they can beat us. I just don't see anything for them to beat us. Their 3-point is not crazy, and their inside game is lacking. So the penetration by them, other than LeBron, is not strong enough to really challenge us. So I got my Knicks winning tonight. Probably not a record-setting point game. Now all we got to keep working on our defense, and who knows? We could actually, with the Lakers where they are without AD, we could do a 140, 100 game. We could do a 140 sub 100 game.
I could see that. Oh, shout out to Buzzer Beater, by the way. I did see him earlier. I don't know where he went.
Hello, Wise. I love you, man.
I know. Before he told me I was, I conveniently don't love him, but.
Yeah,
I think you're always right, especially with the dancing and the singing and and all that
Thank
stuff.
you.
But I got a lot of respect for AW. I think that AW loves the Knicks, and he definitely. I love Mitch. I wish he never got played. He got played by Embiid, man. He got played by this guy, and prior to that, he was hurt a lot too. You know what I'm saying?
He came back early. Last year, I came back too early.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I agree with. See, the last thing he just said, I agree with. I don't think we're losing until All-Star break either.
But I could see. Well, listen, I'm hoping.
The Rockets are going to be tough, but
look, either way, I'm good. I'm good as long as the Knicks beat one of these two teams, right? So I think they need to go out there and beat the Lakers tonight, right? And I think they got some momentum behind them. They have some ammunition, as what everybody said, what Jay Boogie was saying. Like the Lakers came in and tried to dance on us and do, LeBron and the stupid antics, So I'm not cool with that. And I hope the Knicks kept that, put that in the back of their minds to give them a little extra something to play for tonight. But listen, I want the Knicks to win one of these two games. I'm not I know some people have been looking at it like if we lose to them, that means we can't beat them. I'm not going to look that way. I'm like, look. We got two very tough games coming up against two of these teams, and that's Boston next Saturday, and that's Monday against Houston. I want the Knicks to beat one of these two teams. Okay, we beat Houston, we lose to Boston. I'm not going to be as upset as most people might think, as long as it's a good game. No blowouts, a close game. It could go either way. If the Knicks lose to Houston and we beat Boston, I'll be just as content and just as happy. And it'll also tell me that Boston's going through a lot. Because they are struggling, but I think the Knicks can beat them either way. And if we were able to beat both these teams, then I'll start to feel really good about where this Knicks team is going. And I'll start to say, and I'm going to point to the rest. I'm going to say, see, go back to the rest, managing the minutes, giving these guys time to catch their breath and go out there and execute is the biggest addition by subtraction. You know what I mean? Without making any moves, just giving these guys some rest, it could be the biggest answer. All right. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and shout out. I think I said this on, I don't know if I said this on SKF Weekly. Yeah, it had to be. The schedule makers have given the Knicks a really good break with this schedule for these past 2 weeks. These games and the amount of time we're getting in between the games to recuperate is benefiting the Knicks.
That's what I'm talking about, Ron.
So, yeah, shout out to them for that, finally. So we might be all right.
Let all the big teams come when we on some rest. And we have to go. Yeah, send them on. I was worried about that. Yeah, send them on. We got 2 days, 3 days, 4 a week. Oh, yeah, come on. Let Tom Thibodeau cook up something for us. Well, we get a little bit of rest. I'm down.
So, yeah, man.
He's going to tell them, don't get cocky now. They may stink, but you better not get cocky with them.
No, I hear you. Oh, and to Craig's point, I think tonight it'll be about OG guarding LeBron. But look, I don't care.
Fact.
Honestly, because LeBron is too big for Macau to really stop him. I think Macau will have a tough time dealing with LeBron when LeBron wants to be aggressive. I think he can kind of get through Macau. But OG's a bigger body. I've seen OG chop and be physical with people. So I know he can hang a little better with LeBron. But I'll be honest with you. If I'm thinking about the Knicks game plan, you tell him you don't got AD, I'm letting LeBron get his.
Exactly.
Let's shut down everybody else.
Facts.
I'm not worried about LeBron. Let's shut down everybody else. So LeBron's got with his 40-year-old self, he's got to work hard as hell to get his points, get his rebounds, and do all that. Let it take its toll. So by the fourth quarter, he's a little gassed and can't do as much at the same level. Hey, man, you use what your team has dealt with towards your opponent and make it work for you. So yeah, I'm with that. I'm not worried about LeBron. Let LeBron get his, shut down and slow down everybody else, and go from there and just play your offense. Because the Knicks offense, this is the first time the Lakers going to see this Knicks offense in the way we're playing right now. So let them deal with that.
Yep. Who's gonna stop Cat if Cat is on?
If Cat is on, then great. All you can ask is that the Knicks continue to play the same way. OG contributes, Macau contributes, Brunson contributes, and if Cat gives you anything that looks a little special tonight, could be a blowout. Could be crazy.
I want to just follow up on again. I don't want to beat a dead horse about the time thing and the rest.
Oh wait, hold on 1 second, Wiz. You're not going to the game tonight, right? Oh wait, you're in. The game is out here. You can't go.
Yeah. You guys be here next month, and I'm not in your tax bracket for the Laker games right now. The Clippers game I can go to, but the Laker game
nobody wants to go see those.
Right now, the Clippers cheapest tickets for the Clippers though, the new arena, the cheapest seats for the Knicks Clippers is $150 for the cheap seats. I know. But kind of got to pay for that arena. That new arena is bad. I've been there, but somehow Knicks Clippers game, the price is way up, $150 for cheap seats. I'm like, man, last year I was on the ground floor. I was behind the bench, the Knicks bench for Clippers. Then the Laker game, the cheapest ticket available is one ticket left for $700, and I was like, I don't need the Knicks that much. But last year I went to the Clippers at crypto.com. You know, the old Staples, $30 ticket, $30 parking across the street. Right, I walked right in the ground floor. The usher was a Miami Heat fan. He says, "Yo, go over there, man. Sit down behind the Knicks bench." I even talked to Deuce for a little bit. Told him, "Yo, time to wake up." So this year, I'm gonna be up in the cheap seats if I get in there. Or I gotta drop a couple hundred, maybe $300 for a Clipper game, which is tough to do and say Clippers. But at the same time. Kawhi, watching Kawhi and Paul George and in real life, those guys are freaks of nature, man. When you're on the ground floor watching how they move, it's mind-boggling. They are the fastest, slickest, just smooth athletes, man. That was a bad game to see. But time-wise, though, the rest is so critical. Again, if you haven't played high-level sports or competition, people keep thinking that these are professionals and you're trained and conditioned. Man, I left the Marine Corps. I was, a three-sport athlete in college. And at my peak, after the first quarter or the first half in soccer, or my first 2 rounds in a martial arts fight, fatigue doesn't let you know how much you're slower. You don't necessarily feel it. Psychologically, as a warrior, you want to keep fighting. But when I watch videotape of one of my fights, I fought 2 back-to-back, it was on 3 rounds each. And I saw in the third round of the second fight, I was like, oh, man. So, why am I moving so slow? And you don't realize how fatigued you are. But mentally, you're thinking, I still got it.
Yeah.
And so it's there. People don't realize how much these guys will never say, don't take me out. They'll always say, I'm good. You're injured a little bit. You always say you're good. And then when you're really fatigued, but your mind is fooling you, you think you got full speed and you don't realize your body is slowed, or subconsciously you're resting at certain points in the game. And that's why people says professional athletes, top athletes, NBA, high paid, these guys after 12, 14 minutes straight of the way Knicks play, because remember Knicks play both sides of the court, it's a high intensity game for them, even no matter who they're playing against, because they're playing both sides. And even LeBron takes off in defense sometimes. So he can take the moments to rest. But the Knicks with Thibodeau right there cannot do that. Thibodeau does not let anybody rest. He doesn't rest. So it's a factor. So I'm glad you mentioned the rest and that these guys with a balanced Tibbs. I think Tibbs is the X factor. If Tibbs gives these guys the right rotation in the minutes, this team has championship caliber players. So I'm saying that's the X factor for me. Sorry for the diatribe, man.
No, I mean that makes sense. Well, let me do this, guys, because like I said, I need to relax. I'm winding down a little bit. Plus, I need to relax at the point where I can't really be going to sleep. You know what I mean? I gotta relax, but I gotta save my sleep later tonight. Because if I fall asleep early today, boy, it's gonna be a long morning. So yeah. Anyway, get around to you guys, Jay.
Back in the day, you've been watching infomercials.
That's right.
At like
also
4:30 in the morning.
Yes. Yeah, but now because of the stimulants, people are like, no, cut the TV off, turn your phone, throw your phone in the garbage for the I'm like, all right.
Who just said that? Was that Double A who said that?
Don't throw it in the garbage. Don't throw it in the garbage, but definitely put it away. Put it away.
No, back in the day,
you know what I do?
You're too young.
Yeah,
back in the day,
Jay said that.
Oh no, Jay, back in the day, no, the TV channels shut off. There's no infomercial. There's no TV.
Oh, when you got to see the
right
with the thing, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's back in the day.
Back in the day, and then it was infomercials, and then finally you got like the one channel that would have reruns of like Matlock or whatever. But
exactly. Good times.
Yeah.
I used to love watching Matlock. I ain't watching the new one though.
Me too. And all those old stuff, Murder She Wrote, and all those like
Angela Lansbury.
Yeah, some old stuff. I like Matlock a little bit better, but that was good stuff, man.
And Cagney and Lacey.
Kojak, baby.
Yeah, Kojak. That was another one they used to play.
I used to watch Cagney and Lacey, the ladies. Yeah.
Oh, the ladies. Yeah, I remember the Cagney and Lacey.
All right, we could be at this time.
We get old. We're talking about a lot of weird stuff right now.
But guys, I just want to say, hey, man, everybody in the chat, calm down. We good. Listen, there's other things to be worried about. Everybody just keep it cordial. Let's keep it funky. I mean, there's real life stuff happening. People getting deported, plane crashes. Ron can't sleep. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. We're doing
word, man.
So go ahead, Jay. What was your final words? I'm gonna shut her down.
I need to be here for my children. Like, this is sports, man. We got to be mindful that this is the Knicks. This should be something to get us out of our real life issues. You know what I mean? So like out of all that, man, camaraderie is the best thing we could have, man. Lifting each other up. What other place you could be? Where you see there's unity, and this should be unification, man. And stuff like that. But if I can real quick promote something really quick, I got a show coming out called Chopping It Up with Chosen, and where I talk a little bit about music, a little bit about hip hop, mostly, and a little bit about sports, but mostly about what the day-to-day grind in life and what men go through. And what they had called toxic masculinity and all that stuff, but what a real man should do, and the stuff that you're going through, like what you brought up today, and what people are going through in real life. So we're having 2 series. One is just me chopping up with Chosen. I have guests on, and the other one is called We're Chopping It Up NYC, and that one is strictly about hip hop, but. It's all coming to fruition as I speak right now. So,
all right, guys, stay tuned, man. Support my guy Jay, chopping it up with Chosen, and let's see. When stuff starts to drop, we'll make sure we support and post it for everybody so you guys can find it.
I appreciate that, brother.
No doubt, brother.
And that's where you could come in and we can hash all this stuff out. You know what I mean? All
good.
The other stuff that's not Knicks.
Wiz, final words? No, wait, hold on. Those words were great. Oh, wait, now I can hear you.
Oh man! Don't let me start singing, baby. Don't let me start singing. Okay, I got some Sinatra to drop some lines on you. because I think this team. I mean, they can make it there. They can make it anywhere. Like my boy Sinatra said, this New York team has all the tools. I'm really looking forward to OG and Mikal really taking more, at least being more aggressive offensively, because I see that their defense is locking in. Deuce's defense is locking in, and I'd be content if we stay pat without any trades, and then we bring up a couple guys from the G League when the contracts allow, because of the last part of the year where it's a minimal impact on the cap. So I'm actually content with this team, man. The playing time is all that factors in for me. And tonight I'm calling the blowout. I'm gonna actually I can see 3 or 4 players put up 20 points, and we're going 7 deep with 10 plus easy. I think we should go 9 deep. Hopefully Tips play at least 9 or 10 deep, and we should try to experiment with a 10-man rotation for the rest of the year, just to get guys minutes, just to be ready. And then if Mitch comes back, all you Mitch lovers, I'm not a Mitch hater. I just, again, don't trust the injury potential for him. So tonight's game is going to be tight. And I say, let's blow them out, and let's give LeBron a little going away present, because he may retire this year if he gets crushed. By the way, the Boston, Houston, I got to beat Boston mentally, psychologically. I want to beat Boston, so we have the mindset to know we can beat them. I don't think Houston's going to make it out of the West, so I'm looking forward to get Boston out. So face them in the Eastern Conference. We have a chance to really beat them psychologically, and don't let them beat us twice this past, after the last blowout.
Okay.
That's my take. And again, Ron,
I like that.
Much blessings. I got your Cash App, so I'm going to have to, sneak some funds on the account for the wife. You don't see nothing. Drop a little change. All right, but gents, peace and love. I'll catch Dick Knack. I'll catch all you guys on your things later on. I love the concept that you got there, boss. I mean, men talking openly about everything. I love how you guys share. So this actually helps all of us. These are hard times, like you said. But together, I think we can fight through it and really come back out even better. So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, that's good. I definitely want to be ready to support that. But like I said, learn from me. Keep everything in moderation. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't be staying up late at night, not getting your rest. Do what you got to do, because it will catch up to you. We think we're going to be like, I used to break night doing stuff for years. That stuff we'll get. So, Sha, final words, my brother.
Thank you, Ron, for having me on. Wiz, thanks for seeing you on. Jake Chosen, more than likely I'll probably see you later. Salute to the family in the chat. Knicks Real Talk on tonight, 6:45. Come check us out. Salute.
Dope. Damn, that's crazy. If that's true, I mean, I'm not surprised, because like real life, man. HRM had put something out there about he said, damn, Noah Vonleh sleeping in the lobby of hotels with the Shanghai Sharks b-ball team. Like, yeah, man, stuff can get real, man. You do what you got to do to kind of keep yourself afloat. That's what he's doing, just to, as he gets by, hopefully gets another blessing, man. That's crazy.
Damn,
I wouldn't be surprised, man. That sucks. I mean, but hopefully that's a thing about him just not having the means and being in a tough situation, so he's just making do. You don't want it to be what we've witnessed with other guys like Delonte West and other stuff. Like,
I'm about to bring. I swear to you, beat me to it. That's the name I was going for.
Yeah,
that was nuts. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, it's crazy times, man.
Listen, the other kid from Boston who spent all his money. He was real good. What was his name? $110 million contract. He was on some of the better teams. Big guy.
Antoine Walker
spent all of his money on his friends. Being a yes man. Sure. I'll get this. How about all that? Within.
Or even like a big baby Glenn Davis getting caught up in that healthcare crap, and he's in jail right now serving time. It's wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. But listen, I just want to thank you guys. I want to thank everybody. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Wiz. Shout out to Sha. Shout out to Jay Boogie. Double A. Shout out to Sam, the Grandy man. Shout out to Chris, who showed us some love up here. Appreciate you. Shout out to Juan, who popped up in the backstage, but then he was gone, so he never had a chance to make it onto the panel. But I saw you, Juan. I was going to get to you, but I appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well.
Juan was gone, huh?
Juan was gone. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody that came up, but I appreciate you. Shout out to the callers that called in as well, Chris, once again, and Silk. Good to hear from you.
I was wondering if I could get a final word in.
So you missed the part when I said final words, Jay.
I'm telling you, I am so sleepy. I'm so tired.
I said final words, but I got
yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was listening to him. He's making me laugh over here. I didn't even. Maybe I said something. I just want to say this, man. Listen, Ron, thank you so much for giving us a platform to do this.
No doubt,
I want to let you know this, and I'm not pushing my I'm a Christian person. I'm not pushing that on anybody. I'm just telling you that I have every one of you in my prayers. Every one of you, everybody, and that I hope that you could overcome this. And I listen to a lot of Rain on the YouTube, on the phone, on the the YouTube. And it helps me sleep better. I worked overnight for about 10 years, and then I could never get back to normalcy, ever.
Wow.
So more than 10 years, way more than 10 years. I'm just hold it. Anyway, let's go Knicks. I think we'll do great. Thanks for pulling us off the ledge. Always thank you for giving us an opportunity to talk. Crim's dad will be definitely about spaghetti and getting mentally healthy. Yes. And I definitely hold you guys in high regard. My brothers, let's go Knicks. Again, Thank you very much, Ron.
Appreciate you, bro. Like I said, I want to thank everybody once again for being here and supporting me and rocking with us. Myself, John, Jose on Mondays, and me here on Saturdays. Appreciate all the love and support as always. We're going to continue to do what we got to do, continue to give you good content. Hopefully you enjoy it. I haven't really been able in a place yet mentally or to kind of focus on stuff, with real life, family, work. Work is getting crazy. It's been real busy. And then with, and maybe that's why I'm dealing with a little bit much. Maybe there's a little too much going on right now. But, hopefully I'll get through this, get a little better, and then I can focus on, continuing to improve the content, come up with new things. I have a couple ideas for adding a couple segments to the Saturday show to make it a little bit more fun and interesting. It's just going to take a little bit more time because I want to do it right where I can keep it going. I don't want to just do it in 1 week. And I'm like, this wasn't really what I wanted. I want it to be what I want it to be so I can keep doing it. So I'm going to work on that. And man, let's just keep supporting our Knicks. Shout out to everybody. Thank you. Thank you to everybody today. Well, a bunch of super chats. The love was great, man. I appreciate you guys helping, keeps the lights on. It keeps me, making my payments on this freaking mixer. So I appreciate all of that. And so thank you. Yeah. You can't hear this without this. So thank you guys for everybody. The love and support, and let's go Knicks, man. We in a good position, guys. No matter what happens, no matter what we think, we better than a lot of the NBA. We got a good squad, and we can only get better. So let's be happy and content with the fact that we got a good basketball team. It's been years of the Knicks being mediocre. We are no longer a mediocre team. We are a good squad with hungry players that want to win over here. Let's be happy with what we got going on. Let's continue to support this team and be there, man. Listen, we can only do what we can do as fans. We can only watch and support and hope they get it done. But I think this is a really good team that is going to keep us happy and satisfied through the rest of this season. And I can't wait to watch the ride, man. So, and I'm glad to be able to go, with the ride with the rest of y'all, man. You guys have been great, and you make it fun for me being here throughout everything that I got going on. Like, I enjoy this, and then this is helpful. This is like therapy for me too. So I appreciate you guys being here and rocking with me,
quick
man.
word of advice, Ron, to you. Quick word of advice to get some real rest. I recommend never dancing again. That's all I gotta go. Bam!
Thank you, Wiz. Wiz always knows what to say. Bring it all back, Wiz. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's not the show over.
Or maybe like you could send me a mixtape. You know how they had the mixtapes back, and I'm sure you got one with that singing voice. Send that to me. That could knock me right out. I think that will give me exactly what
I ain't messing with you and Wiz right now.
You might end up in the mental. You might end up in an asylum. You might end up in an asylum.
Shout out to everybody. Oh man, shout out to my guy as we get out of here. Shout out to one of the best people I know. Shout out to my guy Phil Porto in the building. Phil, appreciate you, guy. Yeah, I've been listen, we could talk offline or whatever, or if you want to watch the replay, there's a point where I get into everything. Bottom line is I missed your show this past week because I was laying down and I didn't want to hear anything. I didn't want no stimulant whatsoever. So I'm sure it was a great show, but hopefully I'll get better and I can get back to who I've been. But appreciate you, man. Guys, watch if you haven't checked out Knicks Nightcap, please check it out with my guy Phil, my brother Apollo from Guard Up Knicks, and also Eru from the Die Hard Knicks show. They have a great show that they do together on the Nick of Time channel. Shout out to Jay Ellis, Lee Escobato, Ryan. Shout out to everybody over there. Oh, and who am I missing? See, look at this. I'm blanking. Man, the female.
He forgives you.
Oh,
Ebony. Thank you.
Ebony, yes.
Jeez.
Oh, damn, you made me put me on the spot there. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I can't forget these names. These are people I know I rock with. I'm like, yo, come on, man, let's get it together. So I apologize, but I'm a little out of it. I'm give me a blessing. Yeah, man, but appreciate you, Phil. As always, my brother. So once again, guys, shout out to all y'all. And I said that all that stuff I said was to basically put it to you like this. Tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knick fans. We'll be back again, whether it be on Saturdays for Know the Ledge, Mondays for SKF Weekly with my brother, John, and my brother Jose. Or just whenever I pop up on somebody else's show to show love. We around, man, and we'll be here continuing to support this Knick team. Let's get well together. Let's stay healthy. Think about ourselves. Think about our time to make sure we're the most important thing that goes on in life, man. Don't put nobody else ahead of it. You, your family. That's it. Work and all the other stuff. It has to take its precedent. But you got to be right. You got to be healthy, because if you ain't healthy, none of that matters. So let's do what we continue to do, man. And as I always say, ups and downs, the good, the bad, no matter what goes on, we are here. We are still Knick fans. So let's keep it going, guys. Let's continue to support the team. Let's not go too crazy, man. We're gonna be all right, man. Let's still show love for one another. And I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully a well-rested one next time I talk to y'all. We'll see. Later, y'all.
Peace.